We can now focus on the football. This is BBC Radio 5 Live, and as ever on a Saturday afternoon, a choice of listening live on Sports Extra is the other game at 3, Chelsea against Everton, as Brighton, who are playing from left to right as we look in the all lilac, are attacking the Kop, and Liverpool all in red playing from right to left. But the usual goal service, we've got the reporters here, there and everywhere around the country. We'll keep you fully in touch with what's going on. And then, of course, you can have your say with 606, where Chris Sutton will be taking your calls with Ali Bruce Ball tonight after our next commentary of Burnley against Fulham. But Liverpool are looking to make a bright start, and Wirtz on this near side, the left, looks for the ball inside towards Jones, but then coming back to help out, and it's cleared away by Minte, headed back by Gomez, falls to Ekitike, he scores! Fastest goal of the Premier League this season! Ekitike right-footed, blasted the ball underneath the crossbar. For Bruggen, no chance. Liverpool are off to a flying start.
Well, it's the perfect start for Arne Slot and Liverpool. Gotta say, it's horrendous crossfield ball from Minte from the right-back position. Hit a long ball across his own box, and a Liverpool player with a little knockdown into the path of Hugo Ekitike, as Gomez with the header. Ekitike drifts in between the centre-halves brilliantly, takes a touch and thunders the ball past for Bruggen in the Brighton goal. Yes, Gomez with the header. Brilliant touch from Ekitike, and then bang, 1-0 Liverpool. That's the start Arne Slot wanted.
It just sat up for him so sweetly, didn't it, to lash the ball in, right-footed. And Brighton and Hove Albion are behind, although the team scoring first has not won any of the last 4 Premier League games between these two. Brighton have taken the lead on 3 of those occasions. They've drawn 1 and lost 2. Liverpool defeated in the other game. We'll wait for the official timing, but by my watch it said 46 seconds. The quickest goal this season prior to that was Malik Chow, 52 seconds, Newcastle against Everton. But Liverpool, bearing in mind they haven't scored in the opening 45 minutes of any of the last 5 Premier League games, have got off to what they will hope is the perfect start.
Well, it is the perfect start, and got to say they were helped massively though by Brighton, and Minto was sinking trying to hit a crossfield ball from near his own corner flag. Gomez won the header. Ekitike ruthless with the finish.
Lincoln City have got an early goal. They're leading at Bloomfield Road. League 1, Blackpool 0, Lincoln City 1. Gomez strokes the ball back to Van Dijk, and he passes the ball forward, and Jones just short of the halfway line to Ekitike. Here is Wirtz back out towards Jones. Just settles everybody though down, doesn't it? From a Liverpool point of view.
Yeah, absolutely. This game, this Brighton team may actually suit Liverpool in the way that I think that they'll get after them, they'll press them high. And it'll be interesting to see whether Liverpool have that composure and that confidence to play through them and really hurt this Brighton team.
Here is Jones just over the halfway line, being held up a little bit there by Carlos Baleba in the midfield. There's been an early goal at League 2 at Walsall, Nikesh Ragani.
And it's gone to the leaders on the break. Ball played into Daniel Kanu on the edge of the area. He turned, he unleashed a thunderbolt off the underside of the bar. Walsall 1, Shrewsbury 0.
We're in a good vein of form. Swindon actually moved to within a point of Walsall with that 3-0 victory at Bristol Rovers. Earlier Salford 4, Colchester United 3 was the result in the other early game in League 2. But Walsall are looking for a 6th straight win. As Wiefer with a throw back towards Van Hecke. Cadiolo, who's playing as a left back towards Van Bruggen. Verbruggen clears downfield. Looking to break through from midfield was Gruder, and it will be a throw to Brighton and Hove Albion over on that far side. BBC Radio 5 Live, where Liverpool are already leading Brighton and Hove Albion by a goal to 0. He got his 50th win and his 80th game in charge in all competitions, did Arne Slot. But it's quite a while since they had that winning feeling at Anfield in the Premier League. But Jones is alert to get the ball in midfield to Gravenberch, cut out by Dunk. And Verbruggen, does he keep the ball in play? Yes, just about, as he stoops and keeps it in on that left-hand side as we welcome listeners to the World Service. So wherever you are in the world, it is a pleasure to have your company this Saturday afternoon at Anfield, where Liverpool are already leading Brighton by a 1-0. Mo Salah, as we know, we've been discussing it on Sports World, is on the bench before he heads off on Monday to the African Cup of Nations for that tournament in Morocco. And remember, selected match commentaries for World Service listeners in Africa starts with Nigeria against Tanzania on Tuesday, December the 23rd, right the way through to the final on the Sunday, the 18th of January. There is a possibility that Mo Salah could be away for up to 8 matches should Egypt be successful. Shot from the edge of the penalty area for Brighton. That came in from Minte. That was blocked. Liverpool get it away. Weaver brought towards Van Hecker on the halfway line, and now towards Dunk in the centre circle. Out towards Kadiolu now, who comes in field, the Turkish international, Chris Sutton.
Yeah, well, you know that Brighton will be bold and brave in the way that they play. Liverpool have had a vulnerability about them this season, so this game certainly isn't over. Long way to go.
Ekitike has drifted out towards the left-hand side. Jones finds him, but he's dispossessed by Baleba. Won back though by Wirtz. Certainly their work ethic off the ball in San Siro on Tuesday night was extremely impressive from a Liverpool point of view, as Jones just invites Konate to come onto this ball and he passes it forward, but the interception there was from Gomez, but it runs away from him, and then Jones picks it up, threads a short diagonal ball towards Gravenberch. Jones goes on the left-hand side of Gravenberch. McAllister is able to shoot, but it was a weak effort against his former club as we go to Stamford Bridge and John Southall.
Well, it's Chelsea 0, Everton 0, a fairly quiet start, quite encouraging one for Everton. James Garner's just had a shot blocked on the edge of the penalty area. Chelsea 0, Everton 0.
Commentary of that is on Sports Extra. Should say as well about the African Cup of Nations, and fond memories of actually covering the event in Egypt in 2006 and Ghana 2008. The World Football Podcast will be throughout the tournament with John Bennett in Morocco. That's something to look forward to as well as a reminder. There's been a goal in the Championship. It's at Millwall. Emily Herbert.
Millwall 0, Hull 1. It's come completely against the run of play. It's Carl Joseph with the final touch. He had little to do after it was crossed across the face of goal, but Millwall still pushing here. Intensity's really high. 6 minutes in, Millwall 0, Hull 1.
Van Hecker's forward ball. Weaver is able to bring that ball under control. He's hooked it out towards Minte on this right-hand side. There is Van Dijk, though, to try and deal with that danger. Wirtz keeps the ball in play. Short ball in field towards Jones. Ekitike's movement. First of all, he's on the left. Now he's running over towards that right-hand side where he keeps the ball in play.
Yeah, he's been the one signing from Liverpool over the summer where you think he has hit the ground running, really. Constant threat. Mixes his game up. Well, he'll go in behind if Brighton play that high line. You know, he's had a good start to his Liverpool career, unlike others.
The goal has been officially timed at 46 seconds from Hugo Ekitike. Quickest goal of the Premier League season then, as Van Hecker just trots his way from the penalty area, and then all of a sudden Hinchelwood has now gone in between the two central defenders. He strokes it back towards Van Hecker. Leicester City are leading Ipswich by 1-0. The aforementioned John Bennett will tell us who's got it.
A cracking goal as well for Bobby De Cordova-Reid for the home side. Outside the box, right-footed, flew past the goalkeeper. Leicester City 1, Ipswich Town 0.
Kadiolu back towards Dunk. Brighton and Hove Albion. Now the ball is hit long by Dunk, but that is straight down the middle of the pitch and straight through to Alisson.
He normally has better quality than that. What's interesting in Brighton's build-up play, their full-backs, Weaver, the Brighton full-back, in his opening stages, getting really high up the pitch onto Liverpool's back line, and Kadiolu on the other side does a similar thing for them.
Here is Gomez just holding off the attentions of Kadiolu. Alisson is the one to clear it, goes straight to Van Hecker, heads the ball forward, but Gruder's coming back from an offside position. He couldn't pursue the ball. Konate almost got away from him, but won that second challenge, gives it to Szoboszlai, runs away. He says he was being impeded. The referee, incidentally, is Craig Pawson. He's not having any of that. And in the end, that ball is able to be tidied up by Brighton in defence.
I think it was Hinchelwood, wasn't it, on Szoboszlai, and he's still having words Szoboszlai, but Craig Pawson said, well, not enough in it for me.
Jack Perkins has been sent off after 10 minutes for Northampton at London Road. Peterborough United 0, Northampton 0, but Kevin Nolan's side are down to 10. Weaver wins the ball in the midfield. The ball is played forward, looking for that run of Diego Gomez. Gravenberch spreads play out wide. Minte tries to hold off Jones. He was thought being fouled there, Jones. The referee has said play continues. Shot comes in from distance. That was from Jorginho Ruta, and it was well off target. Hit from distance, right-footed, drag wide, goal kick. Liverpool lead 1-0. Chris Sutton.
Yeah, he likes to come short, doesn't he, Ruta? And they're receiving the ball to feet, able to get turned and get a shot off. Weak shot past Alisson's right-hand post. Thinking for the Brighton manager to do. What a dreadful start from his point of view. Bit of a gift really from Brighton, albeit the finish was good from Ekitike.
Van Dijk clears the ball down to Gomez over on the right hand side in front of the Sir Kenny Dalglish stand. Back with Konate, and now back with Alisson all in green. And then McAllister just dinks the ball back out towards Konate. He was aware that he had Gruder closing him down from behind. Konate strokes it back. Van Dijk applauds that, and then actually gets the ball to his feet from his goalkeeper. Curtis Jones is the one to drop in between the two central defenders, and he passes the ball to his right for Konate to run forward. Szoboszlai's made the run and he finds him. Szoboszlai has a couple of looks up to him, cuts the ball back. This is an opportunity to Florian Wirtz, couldn't take it past Van Hecke. Van Hecke stood firm in the challenge, and all of a sudden now Brighton, as the wind howls around the Anfield Stadium. Barnsley lead Leyton Orient by a goal to nil. Chesterfield are 1-0 up at home to Barnet in League 2. This now is with Ruta. It's a good open game here. This is Minte, enters the penalty area. Minte shoots. Oh, that was close. Did Alisson get a touch? The referee says no, goal kick. It was low, it was angled, left-footed, goal kick. Liverpool still have the advantage.
Yeah, but you can see Brighton carving Liverpool open this afternoon. It's really well worked. Ruta dropping it into that area between the midfield with Liverpool in the back line, popping it out right to Minte, and you know he's always going to want to come inside on that left foot of his and get shots off it. He's half a yard wide of that far post. Not so sure Alisson had that covered.
Alisson hasn't had too many clean sheets, but it was he was well protected in Milan on Tuesday night. That was his 4th clean sheet and his 14th appearance of this season. Weaver just steps in front of Ekitike, the goal scorer, and then the ball is played all the way back to Verbruggen, the Brighton goalkeeper.
You have a better feeling though for Liverpool with Alisson in goal. Mamardashvili did okay, didn't he? But you just sense that experience is important for Liverpool.
Spoke very, very well on the eve of the game against Inter, where a lot of the questions were still focused around Mo Salah. It's been such a strong talking point throughout the week. Probably will be until he leaves, and the ball is played through. Gomez, and Alisson makes the save from Gomez. Minte's cute diagonal ball into the penalty area. Gomez had made an excellent run into the inside right channel, and Alisson, for that very reason, was quickly off his goal line, made the sprawling save.
He made himself extremely big. Minto's been a problem for Liverpool in this opening part of the game. Slides a ball through to Gomez, who makes a run from the left-hand side of the box. He's onside. Konate doesn't stick with him. Big save from Alisson.
Excellent save, but this is a good spell for Brighton and Hove Albion. They've created 2 chances in a matter of minutes, and they're coming forward now with Minte. That didn't keep the ball in play. It'll be a goal kick. Liverpool still lead by a goal to nil, and another goal at Millwall for Emily Herbert.
And it's Millwall 0, Hull 2, and it's a carbon copy of the first. Carl Joseph with his second in 12 minutes, flashed across the face of goal, and there he was to tap home. Millwall disappointed. They've been well on top here, just caught out on the back line. Millwall 0, Hull 2.
His frame though, what is he, 6'4", Alisson?
He gambled, he had to gamble. The run from Gomez was absolutely exceptional. Had he lifted the ball, he would have scored and Brighton would be level. He didn't. Alisson saved.
And Joe Gomez gets away from Diego with a cutback to Ekitike. And Ekitike fired it over right-footed, 8 yards out from goal. It was a battle of the Gomez. The Gomezes. Diego and Joe on that far side.
Did you say Gomezes?
Gomezes.
Okay, yeah, and the galloping Liverpool Gomez gets to the byline, pulls it back, and shot rush from Ekitike, but good from Joe Gomez.
The galloping Gomez and the galloping Joe and the dithering Diego.
Yes, yeah.
Verbruggen clears downfield. Liverpool lead by a 1-0. The chest off by Diego Gomez. I'm going to have to say the full names now, obviously realising that there are the two on the pitch here at Anfield. There's Brighton all in lilac coming forward on the left-hand side to Kadiolu. No one ahead of him, has to check his run, floats it forward. Ruta with his back to goal, brings it under control, gets it out towards Minte. Minte then goes to Baleba. He has side on to goal with McAllister behind him. He has to go further back to the centre circle, but they work it well out towards the left-hand side. And it's shifted down that left-hand side now towards Gruder, and then played back towards Dunk. And every outfield player of the Brighton team is in the Liverpool half away towards our right hand side. Livingston 0, Dundee 1 is the latest score in the Scottish Premiership. This is patient play by Brighton. Cariola comes in field, Baleba takes it into his feet neatly, gets the shot away too, blocked by Jones, headed back into the danger area. This is Ruta into the side netting. The referee's blown his whistle. There was a foul in the build-up as Cardiff City 0, Doncaster Rovers 1 is the latest score in League One, and we will go to our live game on Sports Extra. It's at Stamford Bridge. John Southall.
Whereas Chelsea 0, Everton 0, but Everton forced into an early change. The former Chelsea player Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall has hobbled off, feeling the back of his right leg. Carlos Alcaraz is on, so that's a blow for Everton. He's been good this season. Dewsbury-Hall, Chelsea 0, Everton 0.
So that's on Sports Extra. Obviously we're here on 5 Live, the BBC Sounds app, and live on the World Service, and 8 commentaries that we're bringing you in the Premier League this weekend across our network. 5 tomorrow, including Sunderland-Newcastle, the Weir Tyne derby, live from the Stadium of Light at 2. Brentford Leeds United will follow at 4:30. Kirkes is forward, downward header towards Wirtz, gets away from Baleba, midway through the Brighton half, chips it forward towards Ekitike. Kadiola though holds off Ekitike and allows that ball to run out of play for a goal kick. Liverpool still with a 1-goal advantage at Prenton Park. Tranmere Rovers 0, Crewe 1 is the latest score in League 2, and we will hear from that surprising scoreline now at Cardiff with Laura Kenyon.
Cardiff 0, Doncaster 1, the underdogs with a shock lead against the league leaders. The ball in from the far side, low cross. Owen Bailey, the captain, took it first time, his 9th of the season. It's Cardiff 0, Doncaster 1.
Gruder runs forward to the heart of the Liverpool defence. Kanate gets something on it, holds him up, and then Kanate, was that ball just was able to settle, passes the ball along the ground. And now Ekitike drifting out towards the left, then coming in field 6 yards inside the Brighton half, held up by Weeper and ultimately losing the ball. Yes, it is somewhat of a surprise. Cardiff, the League One leaders, 4 straight wins, and Doncaster Rovers without an away win in their last 6. To the top of the Championship we go now. Middlesbrough Queen's Park Rangers, Rob Law.
Middlesbrough 0, QPR 0. Middlesbrough striker Tommy Conway has gone 15 games without a goal and has had 2 brilliant chances early on but has failed to score. Kim Hellberg's men really should be in front, but it remains Middlesbrough 0, QPR 0.
Lincoln City, one of those sides putting pressure on Cardiff at the top of League One. They've got a second goal. Blackpool 0, Lincoln City 2. Crawley 1, Oldham 0 in League 2. Ekitike sent away in space. Weeper trying to come back at him again on this near side the left. McAllister and Wirtz enter the penalty area now. The ball is played back down this left touch line to Jones, who just casually gives it towards Kirkes, and then Van Dijk will play on the halfway line forward towards Gravenberch, but they're almost at a walking pace, Chris Sutton.
Well, they are. I've got to say, Brighton, since they conceded that early goal, they sort of grown into the game, got a foothold in the game, and from Liverpool's point of view, it's mainly been them breaking out. Brighton have been, I think, the dominant team. Here's a bit of possession for once for Liverpool.
And it is with Wirtz still looking for his first goal in the Premier League, still looking for his first assist in the Premier League. In fact, he's yet to open his account at all since he arrived. And what is today his 21st appearance after that £116 million move to Anfield as McAllister, against his former club, 112 appearances and 20 goals in 4 years at the Amex. Van Dijk just outside the centre circle, along the ground. Dundee have got a second goal at Livingston now. Livingston 0, Dundee 2. Kanate gets the ball back from Ekitike. Szoboszlai coming in, trundling in off that right touch line to Jones. Good vocal support inside Anfield as they attack the Anfield Road end, that 2-tiered stand away towards our left. Canate out towards Gomez, providing the width, the right back. Wirtz holds off the challenge and runs into the penalty area. Backheels the ball. Ekitike, first time strike. Across the face of goal and always going away from goal, right-footed. Goal kick, Liverpool 1-0.
Yeah, it's good from Wirtz. Drifting, he's played a lot of his opening stages out on the left-hand side, drifts to the right, shows good strength when he takes the ball on that right-hand side, drives into the box. Good awareness to back heel to Ekitike, just pulls his shot right-footed, past Verbruggen's right-hand post.
Bolton Wanderers 6 unbeaten in League One have fallen behind. Bolton 0, Exeter City 1. We'll go back to Stamford Bridge. John Southall.
Chelsea 1, Everton 0. It's against the run of play, you have to say that. But Cole Palmer, back in the side, on the right of the area, finished it off. Chelsea 1, Everton 0.
Live on Sports Extra. We're in the 20th minute. Anfield acknowledges and remembers Diogo Jota once again. Supporters rising to their feet as they sing his song and sing his name. They're leading by a goal to 0. Curtis Jones holds off the challenge of Weeper and passes the ball back to Alisson. Van Dijk and Jones. Liverpool, who after 3 successive defeats are looking to go 5 unbeaten, have a slender advantage here live on BBC Radio 5 Live. Chris.
Yeah, he's got to try and build on that win against Inter. Go again, and Wirtz has looked lively enough, hasn't he, in these opening stages. Has been a tough start to his Liverpool career, but you feel eventually it will click for him. Too good a player, really, for it not to click.
Agreed. Well, when Liverpool have scored first in the Premier League, they're unbeaten. Of course, they did so last week at Elland Road, and Leeds United pegged them back. But they've scored first in 8 games in the top flight. They've won 7, they've drawn 1. Wrexham are leading, incidentally, at home to Watford. Wrexham, who are unbeaten in their 4 home games. Phil Parkinson's side then are ahead there. Watford only 1 away win on their travels, as Szoboszlai and Jones exchange passes, and Jones will run back inside the Liverpool half. We're almost midway through this first period, live on 5 Live. Canate hits it early. Wirtz has made the run, chests the ball off to Ekitike. I've got to say, I saw the game when they beat Real Madrid here in the Champions League, and the interaction between Wirtz and Ekitike, you can tell that they're just starting to get that understanding, and we saw another glimpse of it there. Here is Gravenberch. He's midway through the Brighton half, rolls the ball forward, gets it back from Szoboszlai. Brighton have got everybody back behind the ball, and Liverpool at this stage just looking for an opening. Stockport County against Stevenage. We'll be going there in a moment as Baleva passes the ball back towards Verbruggen, and the reason we're going there's been a goal at Edgeley Park. Adam Cottier.
It's 1-0 to Stevenage. A splendid goal from Chem Campbell, shuffling in from the right on his left foot just outside the box. He sent the ball into the top left corner with a rising shot. Stockport 0, Stevenage 1.
Both sides with promotion aspirations, 4th against 6th, as there's a stoppage here. Gomez is down on his haunches. Bradley is suspended today for picking up a 5th yellow card of the season at Elland Road. There's been another chance at Stamford Bridge. John Southall.
Should be 2-0. Chelsea leave Everton by 1 goal to 0, but inexplicably Alcaraz gave the ball away to Garnacho into the penalty area, just slalomed inside the goalkeeper, but put his shot wide of the right hand post. Chelsea 1, Everton 0.
On Sports Extra, Match of the Day tonight is on BBC One. The 3rd Ashes Test, incidentally, gets underway on Tuesday night, 11 o'clock in Adelaide. That'll also be live on Sports Extra.
Yeah, well, I've been listening to the tests. Enjoyed the coverage. Not enjoyed the results though.
No, how will they respond in Adelaide? We'll find out. Gomez is now sat down, so this is a lengthy stoppage now with both physios of Liverpool. And also concern from Virgil van Dijk, who's hovering over him and just making sure that Gomez is okay. So in the meantime, we will go to Coventry and check in on the Championship leaders with Shojo Saka.
Coventry 0, Bristol City 0. Coventry's pressing in the final third has been very impressive. Haji Wright, the striker, smashed a right-footed shot into the base of the post. At the other end, Sinclair Armstrong has had 2 shots for Bristol City, which have both yielded saves. Coventry 0, Bristol City 0.
Their lead at the top has been cut to 5 points due to the in-form Middlesbrough. Rob Law.
And it's still Middlesbrough 0, QPR 0, but Middlesbrough rampaging forward at any given opportunity, and again splitting open the Rangers defence, but failed to find the net. This time David Strelets found inside the box by Britain, but his touch was heavy and Paul Nardi claimed it. Middlesbrough 0, QPR 0.
Joe Gomez is unable to continue, and the person who's going to come off the bench to replace him is Mo Salah. Left out, didn't travel to Milan. He has dominated the news agenda regarding Liverpool Football Club this past week. This is the response for a Liverpool legend. He hops and runs onto the playing surface. Will it be a final appearance for Mo Salah in a red shirt of Liverpool for what is his 421st appearance? Or will we see him again donning that red shirt after the African Cup of Nations when he returns in January? Only time will tell. But Szoboszlai is the one who fills in at right back, and Salah goes in on that right-hand side.
I actually think Szoboszlai has been Liverpool's best player this season. He's so versatile. You feel for him, he has to play so many positions, but he does play them well. And Salah gets his opportunity earlier than expected.
Yeah, not many people would have expected the introduction of Mo Salah in the 26th minute. But Joe Gomez, not too sure. Did you see what the injury was with him?
No, but I mean, you really feel for him, don't you? He's had a stinker with injuries over the years, hasn't he? And he's always a more than steady player. Here we go.
Mo Salah, straight away. Salah slips it in. McAllister, Ekitike is there, but Verbruggen dives on the ball. Didn't just have the sufficient roll to get it into the path, that momentum of the ball for Ekitike. But I'm sure he will have a point to prove, will Mo Salah, will he not?
Yeah, brilliant play from Liverpool. Crossfield ball from Van Dijk to Szoboszlai, releases Salah, and I think McAllister should shoot. Salah, deft little pass outside of the left foot. McAllister on the point of the 6-yard box. He tries to square it to Ekitike, and Verbruggen comes out and smothers it. But from that position, why does McAllister not just put his foot through it?
Luton Town are leading Port Vale by a goal to nil. Port Vale, who are bottom and actually scoreless in their last 6 games. Gillingham are 1-0 up at home to Barrow, that's in League 2. And there's been another goal at Cardiff City for Laura Kenyon.
Cardiff 1, Doncaster 1. Doesn't take long for the league leaders to level things up. Amari Kellyman on loan from Chelsea with his second Cardiff goal, struck left-footed half volley inside the box to make it Cardiff 1, Doncaster 1.
You're up to date with the goals as they go in on BBC Radio 5 Live. Salah crying out for the ball over on that far side. After 14 Premier League games last season, he'd contributed 13 goals and 8 assists. After 14 games this season, 4 goals and 2 assists, as Birmingham City are leading Charlton by a goal to nil at St Andrews in the Championship.
He's just not been the same player this season, hence why he got left out, and hence why all his toys came out of the pram.
Here is Gruder. Brighton looking for an opportunity to get back into the game. Szoboszlai, who, agree with Chris, I think has been Liverpool's best player, took the penalty, of course, in the absence of Salah against Inter Milan on Tuesday night, and dispatched that very, very well. He's filling in at right back, as he has done on so many occasions this season. The Brighton right back is Weaver, gets the ball back from Minte, runs forward on this near side. Minte just in from the right touchline, level with the area. Wirtz was back there, links up again with Ekitike. And Wirtz there has shown too much to Baleba, has he? No, he gives it back towards Ekitike, who's left Baleba for nothing. Back inside towards Wirtz. He touches the ball to Szoboszlai. He leaves it towards Salah. Salah passes the ball. Wirtz helps it on. Ekitike, first time. He had to take it first time right-footed. It was an awkward height for him. Got enough curl, just couldn't get the placement. But that would have been Liverpool sharp on the counter-attack. It went wide, goal kick, they still lead 1-0.
One end to the other from Liverpool. I've got to say, the Brighton defender, Van Hecker, what the hecker was he doing? Trying to win the ball high up the pitch, was left floundering, and Ekitike down the left-hand side, and the ball eventually comes all the way back across. Little set-up from Wirtz, and on the volley, cushion volley, right foot. Ooh, he's half a yard away from that far post. Unlucky, good effort there.
Again, that was all down to the understanding of Wirtz and Ekitike. And Ekitike, Belieber was catching Wirtz. He wasn't catching Ekitike, he was blowing. Gillingham have got a second goal at home to Barrow, and we'll get news of that Birmingham goal at St Andrews from Charlotte Richardson.
Birmingham 1, Charlton 0. Christoph Clara rises highest to nod the hosts ahead from a pinpoint free kick delivery. It's Birmingham 1, Charlton 0.
Watford have equalised at Wrexham. Wrexham 1, Watford 1 in the Championship, and another goal in the Championship, and it's at Middlesbrough. Rob North.
And it's Middlesbrough 1, QPR 0. Kim Hellberg's side thoroughly deserve this. Hayden Hackney slips a through ball into striker David Strelets, who makes it 2 goals in 2 games. Middlesbrough 1, QPR 0.
Good game this, hasn't it?
Yeah, but well, you expect it with Brighton, don't you? I mean, they're just such a head-scratching team. Brilliant on the day. I think they can beat absolutely anyone in the Premier League, but they also have a bit of a vulnerability about them. Strange style of play, or I should say unorthodox, but you know, we've seen in this game that fullbacks, they play so high, don't they, at times, always looking for overloads all over the pitch. But if you're a Brighton fan, you sort of really like what you're seeing in recent seasons.
Here is McAllister, helps it on quickly to Ekitike at the heart of the Brighton defence. Salah is ahead of him to his right. Here is Salah, flag stays down. Salah with his back to goal inside the area. He tees up Szoboszlai, who hits it on the drive and on the rise into the Anfield Road end away towards our left, and Liverpool still lead by a goal to 0 with 13 minutes to go to the break. But that point you've just made, Chris, write them off at your peril. They've come from behind after conceding opening goals this season. Manchester City, Chelsea and Brentford. They've gained draws against Wolves and West Ham, so they've claimed 12 points back.
Yeah, well, they just play in a positive manner, don't they? That's what Fabian Hurtzler's done since he's come to the club. Slightly different in the way they play than De Zerbi, where De Zerbi I think was more possession orientated. Slightly different under Hurtzler. I think they're more of a pressing team.
If I didn't say Barnsley 1, Leyton Orient 1, then I have now in League One, and news of a disallowed goal at Coventry. Shojo Saka.
It is still Coventry 0, Bristol City 0, but nervy moments for Coventry. A bit of a spill from Carl Rushworth. Eventually fell to Sinclair Armstrong, who bundled it in from a tight angle, but it was ruled out for handball. He was adamant that he hadn't touched it, but it's been not given. Coventry 0, Bristol City 0.
That's where I'd like to send you. Coventry,
yeah. Haven't mentioned Norwich City, have you, very much today? Big win for Philippe Clement.
Yes, very, very much. I tend to do that as you know, we work together enough on a Saturday. I tend to go through the results a little later, but yeah, they beat Southampton 2-1. So, but they still remain in the bottom 3 of the Championship. Oxford 1, Preston 2, Stoke 2, Swansea 1.
Why can't you just give somebody praise?
I was offering context. Here is Jones just outside the centre circle. Van Dijk.
That's not Liverpool. A regular thing.
Not when I work with you, it's not. Here is Wirtz on the halfway line. Again, holds on to the ball well. A round of applause of appreciation for the efforts of Florian Wirtz. There's now Salah, the substitute, on the right-hand side. Back with Jones, Gravenberch. Rutter was putting him under pressure, but Gravenberch was aware of his presence and gets it back, does the Dutchman. Szoboszlai, who's moved infield from right back in that inverted role. Out towards Salah. That was blocked by Cariolo. Looked like handball. Spotted by our referee, who's Craig Pawson. Free kick to Liverpool. Blackpool have got a goal back, incidentally. Blackpool 1, Lincoln City 2 in League One. Chris Sutton.
He doesn't protest, Cariolo, but I mean the ball's hammered at him from 10 yards from Mo Salah. Hits his hands by his side. I think that's slightly harsh. Can Liverpool make something from this free kick out on the right-hand side?
11 minutes to go to half-time. They are leading by a goal to 0. A goal scored after 46 seconds from Hugo Ekitike, as Szoboszlai about 8 yards in from the right touch line. Liverpool playing from right to left. Szoboszlai to take it. Brighton have got everybody back, bar one inside their penalty area. Szoboszlai's left arm goes aloft, hits it right-footed, hit first time. That was McAllister, wasn't it? From being behind Salah. It's taken a touch on its way through. Corner kick. We'll go back to John Southall at the bridge.
Well, Chelsea lead Everton by a goal to nil. Chelsea just trying to up the tempo. He had a Neto cross from the right-hand side. There was Enzo Fernandez with the header 10 yards out, but straight at Pickford. Chelsea 1, Everton 0.
As it came in, he was side on to goal was McAllister. And I think the challenge came in from Hinchelwood that has resulted in Liverpool getting a corner kick. Before today, they had 78 corners and they were yet to score in the Premier League this season from one. Szoboszlai to take it on this near side, in towards the near post, headed out only as far as Wirtz. Loses the ball and a break is on for Brighton. And Minte gives it towards Ruta. He's got Minte and Gruder going up with him. Ruta's curling ball sails over and away from Alisson, and the danger passes without a problem for Liverpool. Goal kick, still 1-0.
Great recovery run from the Liverpool players, but you've got to say, chance wasted for Brighton. Had Ruta on the right-hand side as a counter-attack from a corner. Had he got his head up earlier, he would have had the opportunity of finding Gruder. He didn't, took the extra touch, and the chance was gone.
Under 10 minutes to go to half-time. Another goal at Cardiff. Laura Kenyon.
Cardiff 2, Doncaster 1. The league leaders ahead for the first time this game. Great individual goal from Kian Ashford. Was being pulled and tugged down by the Doncaster defence, but still managing to slot home bottom corner. Cardiff 2, Doncaster 1.
Curtis Jones clears long. Kadiulo comes across to this near side, absolutely skies the ball. Kerkez then wins that aerial duel against Minte, who's got a blow to the back of the head. He actually had gone down. He's though back to his feet now as Kerkez was having his shirt pulled by Gruder. Middlesbrough have got a second goal at home to Queen's Park Rangers. We'll go to the Riverside in a moment and get news of it. Remember, Coventry City still drawing at home. Szoboszlai infield to McAllister. McAllister out towards Salah. Salah not quite right corner of the area. Back then with McAllister, triangular passing pattern. Szoboszlai is caught by Hinchelwood, who has to play it early downfield, and there's nobody there. We'll go to the Riverside then. Rob.
And it's Middlesbrough 2, QPR 0. Morgan Whittaker in the form of his life. 6 goals in 6 games with a brilliant finish, and all the celebrations with goalkeeper Sol Bryn, who hit one pass over the top to find him and set up the second of the afternoon. Middlesbrough 2, QPR 0.
Portsmouth are certainly not in their form of their life. 7 defeats in 9, and they've fallen behind at Fratton Park to Blackburn Rovers. Portsmouth 0, Blackburn Rovers 1 in the Championship. Liverpool leading by a goal to 0. About 7.5 minutes to go to half-time here on 5 Live, the BBC Sounds app, and also across on BBC World Service. As Jones inside the centre circle, away from Ruta, runs forward. McAllister had made that run. He took Weaver with him. Out to Kerkez, gives it back towards Jones. Short ball in field to Wirtz. Jones then towards Konate inside the centre circle. They open it up towards Ekatike, who continues to offer a number of options with his movement off the ball, the Liverpool goal scorer. Liverpool keeping the ball very, very well. Here is Gravenberch. Gruder gets a foot into the challenge. Gravenberch wins the 50-50 against Cariolo. Oh no, he doesn't. Penalised by referee Craig Pawson. Free kick.
It's one of those where Gravenberch is just stretching for the ball. Good spell of possession for Liverpool, but he does catch Kadiolu.
News of that goal at Fratton Park. Joshua Adu-Donkor.
Portsmouth 0, Blackburn 1, and Ishiro Hashashi with the opener here. Wonderful strike, dazzled into the penalty area to caress it into the bottom corner. Portsmouth 0, Blackburn 1.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live, where Chesterfield have got a second goal at home to Barnet in League 2. Chesterfield 2, Barnet 0. And we're just over 5 minutes away to the break, where Liverpool are leading by a goal to 0. Here is Van Hecker. Minte. Kerkez leans into him, takes out Minte. And in fact, the ball has already run out of play actually by Minte. It'll be a Liverpool throw. Chris.
I think had he not overhit that ball and it did run out of play, Kerkez definitely fouled him, but the ball was already out. Good battle that, isn't it? Because Kerkez is working Minte back the way and running him back towards his own goal when Liverpool have the ball, but Minte's a threat on that right-hand side for Brighton.
Wirtz not afraid to get stuck in. Trying to win the ball in the midfield as the ball is played back towards Verbruggen. Out to Weaver on this near side. Guides his header towards Ruta, who was pushed off the ball by Van Dijk. The referee, though, didn't see anything untoward in that. Here is Ekatike on the Liverpool left to Curtis Jones. Nicks it inside to Ekatike, who gets a free kick. just put his right leg across Ruta to invite the challenge from behind and then fell forward.
Yeah, classic centre-forward play. Centre-forward on centre-forward there, Ruta. Ekitike's had a good first half. Uses his body, sticks his backside into Ruta. Draws the foul, and Szoboszlai over from right back, going to whip this in.
That's what Kenny Dalglish was very good at, wasn't it? Putting his backside in to roll his defenders.
He had more than just a big backside, though, in fairness.
Don't worry, he was my hero growing up. As Szoboszlai curls this ball in, downward header by Ruta. Wirtz back out to Szoboszlai, who now switches play from left out towards right, and then the ball played by Gravenberch to Jones. Barnsley 1, Leyton Orient 2 is the latest score in League One. Here is the current number 7 in the red of Liverpool, Wirtz, who runs away from Ruta, but Gruda gets a foot into the challenge. Cariola now is in a central position. He looks to get the ball over the top. Jones was stretching, Jones struggling. Minte, there's a man over running forward, it's Diego Gomez. Minte that goes it alone, and then by then Liverpool had enough covering, red shirts back, and Konate got the block in.
Well, just for a moment it looked like Minte would be through one-on-one. It's a long ball, and Jones with the header popped it up. Had the chance to pop it out left. Minte decided to go himself, but Konate, to his credit, had a difficult season, got back and made the block.
Delightful crossfield ball by Salah to Kerkez. Kerkez runs in field, 30 yards out from goal. Now out to the left corner of the area. Wirtz comes in, invited to shoot. Block comes in from Van Hecke, falls towards Szoboszlai, lays it to the path of Gravenberch. Gravenberch then tries to get a place step it away, right-footed on the rise, patted down by Verbruggen. Liverpool still lead by a goal to nil. Is that still the scoreline at Stamford Bridge? John Southall.
It is. It's Chelsea 1, Everton 0, but Everton pushing for an equaliser here at Stamford Bridge. Rissa gave the cross from the right hand side, brilliant ball across the across the 6-yard box. The keeper Sanchez just got a hand to it, with Barry sliding in. Chelsea 1, Everton 0.
Just seen a scoreline pop up on the video printer. Queen's Park 1, Dunfermline Athletic 0, and it just gives us an opportunity to send our condolences to Neil Lennon following the sad loss of his father. Our thoughts are with you, Neil. Chesterfield 2, Barnet 1 is the latest score in League 2, and Plymouth are leading Rotherham United by a goal to nil in League 1. 3 minutes to go to half time. BBC Radio 5 Live here at Anfield as Van Hecke to Minte on this near side. Minte, Kerkez back pedals, sends over the cross. Konate stoops to head it away. McAllister is able to run onto it, just rolls away from Believer. Now out then to Ekitike. The red shirts are flooding forward on that far side, but Believer's presence has held up Ekitike. Couldn't get past him on this occasion. Port Vale have got their first goal in 7. They've equalised at Kenilworth Road. Luton Town 1, Port Vale 1, and Watford have come from behind. Wrexham 1, Watford 2 is the latest score in the Championship. As now here is Van Dijk. Chris Sutton.
They've enjoyed this first half, actually. Liverpool not comfortable as of yet. They have the lead, but Brighton have looked a danger, haven't they? And Liverpool just want that second goal if they can get it before half-time.
Salah in field. Gravenberch just outside the area. Shot blocked by the legs of Lewis Dunk. It rebounds and is brought under control by Szoboszlai just in from the right touchline. Here is Gravenberch, runs forward, edge of the area, enters the box, tried to lay it off to his right. Diego Gomez has lost the ball to Wirtz, who wins it back for Liverpool, right side of the area. Szoboszlai passes the ball almost back to the centre circle, and then Konate will go square towards Van Dijk. Leicester City have got a second goal at home to Ipswich. John Bennett.
An unbelievable goal. Leicester City 2, Ipswich Town 0. Abdul Fattah from inside his own half spots the keeper off his line. Lovely left-footed shot, and he beat the keeper. This will be all over social media. Leicester City 2, Ipswich Town 0.
I would dare to suggest that he's a wily fox.
What's the Ipswich keeper doing? Come on.
MK Dons have taken the lead at home to Cambridge. That's 5th against 6th as the standings were from this morning. And Doncaster Rovers have levelled at Cardiff, so they took the lead. Then they went 2-1 behind. Cardiff City 2, Doncaster Rovers 2, MK Dons 1, Cambridge 0. And for that goal at MK Dons, Mark Webber.
Yeah, MK Dons 1, Cambridge United 0. Callum Patterson the scorer. Lovely through ball from Liam Kelly into the area for Patterson to slot home, making it Milton Keynes Dons 1, Cambridge United 0.
We'll be finding out how much added time there will be at the moment. I think that Tom Neild, the 4th official, has just been waiting for it. He's inputting it now into his electronic board, and there will be 3 minutes of additional time, which will be put up in around 20 seconds time. In the meantime, we'll go back to Laura at Cardiff.
Where it's Cardiff 2, Doncaster 2. Such an open, frantic game. Brian Barry Murphy will be furious after his side got their noses in front, but now back on level terms after Brandon Hanlon, clinical strike across goal inside the box with his left foot to make it Cardiff 2, Doncaster 2.
And there is the 3 minutes that have been shown now to the crowd here inside Anfield as the just starting to get a little darker on this Saturday afternoon, where Liverpool still lead with a goal inside 46 seconds. Newport County 0, Fleetwood 1 is the latest score in League 2, and another goal at Stamford Bridge. John Southall.
Right on half-time, Chelsea 2, Everton 0. Brilliant from Pedro Neto on the right-hand side, round the full-back and pulled it back for Marlo Gusto to finish it off. Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
Long ball downfield, finds the head of Salah, in towards Ekitike. The cutback went straight towards Hinchelwood. Believers back heel for Hinchelwood to bring the ball out of the penalty area for Brighton and Hove Albion, who were trying to beat the Liverpool press. Remember, Northampton went down to 10 men in the 10th down to 10 men in the 10th minute. Peterborough United in stoppage time are leading at London Road. Peterborough 1, Northampton Town 0. Ball out towards Szoboszlai. We're in stoppage time here at Anfield. Salah comes in field. The Liverpool number 10, McAllister, loses the ball. Gruder runs away from him, holds off the World Cup winner. He's got nobody, though, to go ahead with him. There was no out ball there for Brighton. Instead, it's Hinchelwood who chips it forward. Diego Gomez has made the run forward for Brighton. Szoboszlai, who's deputising for the injured Joe Gomez, fills in at right back. But Cariola, who's provided some support there for Brighton, who are still looking to attack on that left-hand side, level with the area, trailing by a goal to nil here on 5 Live. And Verbruggen has raced almost up towards the halfway line to join in the attack to give an option towards Dunk.
Yeah, it's all a little bit too slow from Brighton. They had a momentum going forward, but they've come back out.
Van Hecke with the cross, might fall for Diego Gomez, hits it, blocked from Canate. Cariola with the cross, takes the deflection. Ruta tries to get on his head of it, Wirtz is fouled. That'll be a free kick on the edge of the area, just caught late by Diego Gomez. That'll be a free kick to Liverpool. But again, signs of promise for Brighton.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another good block by Canate, I think, from Gomez. Got to say, Wirtz looks to be in a fair bit of pain lying down on the ground. Just seeing the challenge on Wirtz. I've got to say, it's a really poor one from Gomez. Very high. I tell you what, this could be is there enough force in that challenge on Wirtz? But his foot is very high, Gomez. I didn't see a card come out for him, but catches Wirtz in the stomach, and he must have been booked at least for that.
I think he's only now just put the book away, or was that for a sign of dissent? Judging by the way that he's holding his hand to his earpiece,
well, it's so dangerous. His foot is up so high. I mean, surely they'll be looking.
Yeah. It's Darren England who's on VAR. Tranmere 0, Crewe 2, incidentally, is the latest score in League 2.
I've seen it once on the monitor, but I tell you what, it is so high and dangerous that I think he's lucky there. I really do, Gomez. I think on another day he could have seen red.
Well, VAR clearly had a look at it, but
they must have gone soft.
There was no acknowledgement of that whatsoever inside the stadium, and in fact there is the half-time whistle. And Liverpool are leading Brighton and Hove Albion by a goal to nil. Ekitike with a goal after 46 seconds. Chris Sutton.
Yeah, well, Arne Slot wanted a fast start. All the talk about Salah before the game, and Liverpool did get a fast start. Ekitike, who's had a great start to his Liverpool career, is a really poor bit of play from Minton, the Brighton player, near his own corner flag. Crossfield ball, Gomez won the header, and Ekitike drifted in between the two Brighton centre-halves. Ruthless finish. Been a good game though, because you feel there's still something in it for Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton have certainly had opportunities as well. Salah is on, he's playing as a replacement, the substitute for the injured Joe Gomez, but half-time at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0.
No early game in the Premier League today, and only 2 at 3 o'clock. Liverpool lead at Anfield, Chelsea lead at Stamford Bridge. John Southall.
They do. They lead Everton by 2-0. Really damaging second goal from Everton right on half-time, just as they were pushing for the equaliser. The opening goal, well worked for Fana to Gusto. Lovely through ball, Gusto to Cole Palmer on the right of the area, and he finished past Pickford at his near post. Clinical finish, third of the season, his first in 3 months. Then that second goal, Neto did brilliantly down the right-hand side, round Mikolenko, pulled it back. There was Gusto, assist for the first, scored the second. Really good finish for him. Everton, as I say, pushing for that equaliser before the second goal. Tarkowski with a header at the back post into the ground and went wide, and Grealish cut in from the left, a blocking save from Sanchez. But David Moyes has now got some talking to do at half-time. Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
Full commentary of Burnley against Fulham at 5:30. Arsenal Wolves is an 8 o'clock kick-off tonight during 6:06 earlier in the Championship. Oxford 1, Preston 2, Stoke 2, Swansea 1, Norwich beat Southampton 2-1. At the 3 o'clock games, we'll start with the leaders. They're at home to Bristol City. Shojo Saka.
Coventry 0, Bristol City 0. Scoreless, yes, but it's pretty lively. Bristol City had the ball in the net through Sinclair Armstrong. It was ruled out for handball in the build-up. He's had 2 other attempts saved. Emil Rees has had a header on target as well. Haji Wright at the other end has hit the post for Coventry. The leaders have tested the Bristol City keeper Radek Vitek several times, but he's unbeaten so far. Half-time, Coventry 0, Bristol City 0.
Ryan Graydon's 7th of the season has doubled Fleetwood's lead at bottom of the Football League. Newport 0, Fleetwood 2 as they approach half-time. Back to the Championship, Middlesbrough in second. Rob Law.
Middlesbrough 2, QPR 0, and Middlesbrough fans have dubbed Kim Hellberg's brand of football as Hellball. And on this afternoon showing, you can see exactly why. David Strelets give Borough a deserved lead on the half-hour mark, and 7 minutes later, goalkeeper Sol Bryn hit a huge diagonal to pick out Morgan Whittaker, who curled one into the bottom corner. 6 in 6 for him now. Breathless stuff from Middlesbrough. They could have had more. QPR well off the pace, and as it stands, Borough are 2 points behind leaders Coventry. Middlesbrough 2, QPR 0 at the break.
Going well for Hull at the Den. Emily Herbert.
Yeah, Hull in control at the break. Mill 0, Hull 2. Carl Joseph striking twice in the opening 13 minutes. Crosses from either flank, finishing from close range. Both goals coming against the run of play. Millwall caught on the counter, asleep at the back and left wide open. As it stands, they drop to 4th while Hull push back into the playoffs. Half-time, Millwall 0, Hull 2.
Next to Leicester, who've won just one of their last 7 at home in the Championship. It's looking like it's going their way this afternoon. John Bennett.
Going very well for them. Leicester City 2, Ipswich Town 0. One great goal, one unbelievable goal. The great goal, Bobby De Cordova-Reid, a long-range effort. The unbelievable goal for Abdul Fatawu, level with the edge of the centre circle, inside his own half, spots the keeper off his line. A lovely left-foot lob, must be 60 yards out. At the other end, Ipswich have offered very, very little. Leicester City 2, Ipswich Town 0.
Charlton are on course for a 6th straight defeat. Charlotte Richardson.
Birmingham 1, Charlton 0. Christoph Clara's header from a free kick. The difference, the Blues captain leapt highest to expertly nod the ball into the top right corner. The hosts had been building pressure. Damari Grace striking the woodwork just beforehand. And Charlton had a golden chance to level. Tanto Alafi pinching possession in the final third. Fed his strike partner Miles Lieben, who blazed over from just 6 yards out. Birmingham 1, Charlton 0 at half-time.
And Portsmouth woes are continuing as well. Joshua.
Portsmouth 0, Blackburn 1 off to an even start. Mark, a moment of real quality separates the two sides. Yuko Hashi with a wonderful solo opener. Great footwork to skip past the Pompey defenders in the box. Then he slotted it into the bottom corner. His 5th league goal of the season. That goal stunned the Portsmouth players, with Blackburn end of the half well on top. Todd Cantwell going close to a second later. Work for the home side to do in the second half. It's Portsmouth 0, Blackburn 1.
One other game in the Championship this afternoon, and Wrexham are behind at the break. Wrexham 1, Watford 2. Josh Windass had put them ahead with his 6th of the season, but Mamadou Doumbia and then Almen Mama have given Watford the lead at the break. So Wrexham 1, Watford 2. In League 1 at lunchtime, AFC Wimbledon 0, Mansfield 0, Huddersfield 1, Wigan 1. At 3 o'clock, let's go to Edgeley Park. Stockport against Stevenage. Adam Cottier.
Stevenage leading this by 1-0, and they look very secure as well with the EFL's stingiest defence. They've only conceded 12 goals. At the other end, their aggression has been good. They hit the post through Jamie Reid, and then Chem Campbell sent a brilliant left foot shot searing into the top corner to give them the lead. Super goal, and Stevenage lead 1-0 against Stockport.
Leaders are being held at the break. Laura Kenyon.
They are. Cardiff 2, Doncaster 2. A breathless first half and not exactly a masterclass in defending. Owen Bailey gave the visitors a surprise lead. Slight scuff on the first time strike. Wrong-footed the Cardiff keeper. Good response, though, from the league leaders. Amari Kellyman bursting into the box then. Cian Ashford going it alone to nudge Cardiff ahead. They will be absolutely kicking themselves, therefore, for allowing Brandon Hanlon to level things up. I need a half-time mince pie. It's Cardiff 2, Doncaster 2.
4 goals there, none at Valley Parade. Naz Premji.
Bradford City 0, Reading 0. Fairly tepid stuff here compared to what Laura's had at the Cardiff City Stadium. Bradford with more of the moments that matter. Anthony Sarcevic 8 yards out from the angle, fired wide. Stephen Humphreys had an early shot which was forced behind. Reading nearly capitalised on a poor back pass. Both Kelvin Ebebatum and Daniel Shirawa couldn't beat Sam Walker. It needs to improve this in the second half. Bradford City 0, Reading 0.
Elsewhere in League One, Barnsley 1, Leyton Orient 2. Race Clear his 4th of the season, put the home side ahead hit there, but Don Ballard with his 8th of the season from the penalty spot, and Ollie O'Neill have given Richie Wellens' side the lead at the break. Blackpool 1, Lincoln 2. Could be a surprise at Bolton. They trail Exeter by a goal till. Jack Aitchison got it, 4th of the season for him. Burton 0, Wickham 0. Luton 1, Port Vale 1. Ben Waine got Port Vale's goal, and that's their first in 7 league games. Peterborough lead 10-man Northampton at the break thanks to Harry Leonard's 5th of the season. Plymouth are 1-0 up at home to Rotherham. You've got to go back to the 6th of September for the last time Tom Cleverley's side won in the league, but they are ahead at the break. In League 2 earlier, Bristol Rovers 0, Swindon 3, and Salford came from 3-1 down to beat Colchester 4-3. How are the leaders doing at half-time? Nikesh Ragani.
They're in front. It's Walsall 1, Shrewsbury Town 0. The league leaders flying out of the traps today, getting their early goal thanks to Daniel Carnew's 11th of the season. A thunderous strike from the edge of the area. He could have had another 2, but he fluffed a shot from close range. Barrett and Weir have also had good chances, but somehow the visitors, who haven't won here in 32 years, are still in this. But if it does stay like this, Walsall will restore their 4-point lead at the top. At half-time, it's Walsall 1, Shrewsbury Town 0.
Notts County are in second. They're being held at the break. Matt Newsom.
Yeah, this one, Grimsby Town 0, Notts County 0. Well, they're belaying their status, really, Grimsby, in this one. They've made the best of the running. Jace Cabia still don't understand how he didn't score. Rhys Staunton and Kieran Green also getting shots away. Nick Tussarula's had Notts County's best chance, still goalless.
Home side lead at Stadium MK, Mark Webber.
Indeed, Milton Keynes Dons 1, Cambridge United 0. The deadlock broken 42 minutes in when Liam Kelly threaded a lovely ball to Callum Patterson in the air and he struck home. There should be more goals, to be honest. Kellen Watts, Liam Bennett, Ben Knight, all shots blocked for the visitors. Alex Gilby then had the best of the chances for the home side. MK Dons currently 3rd in the live table. Milton Keynes Dons 1, Cambridge United 0.
Elsewhere in League 2 at the break, Accrington 0, Bromley 0, Cheltenham 0, Harrogate 0, Chesterfield lead Barnet by 2 goals to 1. Lee Bonus is their top scorer. He's got both of their goals this afternoon. 9 for the season for him. Crawley 1, Oldham 0, Gillingham 2, Barrow 0, Newport 0, Fleetwood 2, and Tranmere 0, Crew 2. No National League games today because it's the FA Trophy. One score that is standing. There are so many games, can't go through them all. One score that is standing out. Hartlepool are behind at the break to Anstey Nomads, who have David Nugent, the former England striker, in their ranks. Hartlepool 0, Anstey Nomads 1 at half-time in the FA Trophy. 2 3:00 games in the Scottish Premiership. Dundee United 0, Motherwell 0. Bottom of the table, Livingston trail next to bottom Dundee by 2 goals to 0 at the break. In the Championship, Arbroath 0, Partick 0, Morton 0, Edrionians 0. Queen's Park are 1-0 up on Dunfermline. Wraith lead Ross County 3-0. Alloa 0, Queen of the South 1 as we go into League 1. Goalless between Cove Rangers and East 5. Inverness 2, Hamilton 0, Montrose 2, Stenhousemuir 0, Peterhead 1, Kelty Hearts 0. And in League 2, Annan 0, Forfar 1, Dumbarton 2, East Kilbride 0, Edinburgh City 1, Clyde 1, Elgin 0, Stranraer 1. It's goalless between Stirling and Spartans. Earlier in the Women's Super League, Everton 1, Arsenal 3, and in the Women's FA Cup, Nottingham Forest 1, 2-1 at Wolves. Let's go to Ali Pali and the darts, where a former world champion is in action, James Gregg.
He is, and that man is Gary Anderson at the hockey. He's shown his class. He's averaging over 100 in this first set so far. He's playing against Durham's Adam Hunt. Other winners so far this afternoon, Mark, include Luke Woodhouse, the 25th seed, and Andrew Gilding, the man they call Goldfinger, and of course the part-timer David Davis on his debut. Luke Humphreys, the world number 2, this evening's main event at the Palace just after 9 o'clock.
Champions Cup Rugby Union scores next. Stormers beat Stade Rochelle 42-21. Clermont 7, Sale 20 at the as they just approach half-time there. Sharks 14, Saracens 15 as they approach half-time in that game. In the Women's Premiership earlier, it finished Trailfinders 57, Leicester 10. You are up to date with all the scores. Exactly 4 o'clock. Here's Dan with the news.
The voice of the UK. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
The Metropolitan Police have said they'll take no further action over claims Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor asked his police protection officer to dig up information about one of his accusers, Virginia Giuffre. The then Prince allegedly asked the officer to investigate Ms Giuffre just before the Mail on Sunday published a photo of the pair meeting in February 2011. Mr Mountbatten-Windsor hasn't commented but has consistently denied allegations against him. The Doctors' Union, the British Medical Association, has accused the Health Secretary Wes Streeting of scaremongering after he suggested that strike action at the same time as an outbreak of flu could push the NHS to collapse. Resident doctors in England are due to walk out for 5 days next week. Keir Starmer has called the strikes reckless. Belarus has released more than 100 political prisoners. They include the opposition leader, Viktor Babariko, who was jailed shortly before he could challenge Alexander Lukashenko in presidential elections 5 years ago. And cancer charities are encouraging the public to follow the King's guidance and stay on top of their NHS screening appointments. In a recorded message, King Charles revealed that his early diagnosis means his cancer treatment can now be reduced.
My name's Steve Bracknell, Assistant Manager at Royal Oak FC. The BBC have given me the chance to set the footballing world back to rights. Oh, we landed one! An absolute megastar. Robbie Williams.
What position were you at on a Sunday league?
Left back. Left back?
Yeah.
I'd have you down as a maverick, like winner. I've dragged this club up from nothing. It's a bit of a Barlow-Williams thing going on at times.
That sort of flip-flopped all the way through our careers.
All right then, take that. We're hardest, rank 'em.
We'll do this now?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Okay.
Game's Gone, the Steve Bracknell podcast. Listen on BBC Sounds.
This is 5 Live Sports with Mark Chapman.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
Arsenal have gone second in the WSL after a 3-1 win at Everton. England captain Leah Williamson came off the bench in her first appearance since the Euros, and it's now 4 wins in a row for Rennie Slager's side.
At the start of season, small margins as well. I'm just taking an example of the Aston Villa game at home where we concede that really late goal from a corner. That's those moments that I think we manage better now, and that's been tough learnings for us. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with how the last couple of games have been. Picked up a lot of points. So not happy with the points we dropped, but then with the last couple of wins, that puts us in a better position for the second half of the season.
I must ask you about Leah Williamson as well. It's struck by how everybody was off their feet, all those Arsenal travelling fans. Very happy about that. How relieved are you? How happy were you to see her back on the field?
Yeah, to start with, our fans are amazing. It's now getting towards the end of season. It's been special to share a lot of moments with them and that they are always showing up. It's an away game today, and I think it's a sold-out away section. So it's fantastic. Yeah, they gave a lot of noise when Leah entered the pitch again, which she deserves. She's worked hard for it, and she's finally back. Had to miss a couple of months of football, but she's finally back for us, and I think it was nice to see that moment, the fans acknowledging that and celebrating that she's back.
Rennie Slagers after Arsenal's 3-1 win at Everton. Teams back out at Anfield. Liverpool lead Brighton by a 1-0. Chelsea 2-0 up on Everton. They're the only 2 Premier League games going on at the moment. Here are Chris Sutton and Ian Dennis.
Thanks, Mark. Yep, 2 teams are out and neither side has made a change. So Alisson is in goal. Joe Gomez went off in the first half, so Szoboszlai playing as a right back, Van Dijk, Konate and Kirkes. Then you've got Salah, Gravenberch, Jones, Wirtz, Ekitike, the goal scorer, and McAllister. Liverpool all in red, playing from left to right. They're attacking the Kop. in this second half against a Brighton and Hove Albion side who are in their change strip, the all lilac, as the referee Craig Pawson blows his whistle, and they line up with Verbruggen in goal, Wiefer, Van Hecke, Dunk and Cariolo as their defence, Beleba, Minte, Hinchelwood, Diego Gomez, Gruder and Ruta as a false 9 for Fabian Herzler's side. But they did have a number of substitutes warming up, so I don't think he'll leave it be too long in case they're unable to get an equaliser as he looks to try and jiggle things around as Alisson clears downfield.
Yeah,
Chris Sutton.
he's got a good bench, hasn't he? Ayari, Mitoma, who they've missed for a large part of this season so far, such an influential player, and Danny Welbeck.
Well, yeah.
Well.
Yeah, Ayari, Milner, Mitoma. They're getting players back now from injury. James Milner as well, who's on the bench. Of course, he was such a fine servant for Liverpool. And
Danny Welbeck to the World Cup with England. What do you think? You're in the know. You're the man in the know, aren't you?
I wouldn't necessarily go that far. Paddy Keelty's the man in the know. He was drinking with him at a rooftop bar, he revealed on 5 Live this morning with Thomas Tuchel during the week.
Really?
Yes.
What were they drinking?
He never divulged that. He said it was to be continued. We're back underway though here on Paddy Keelty every Saturday morning, of course, on 5 Live from 9 o'clock. Here is Hinchelwood.
Paddy Keelty is a sort of pints type of guy.
Well, you'll have to ask him next time you're on with him. Here is Gruder into the centre circle, passing the ball forward. Szoboszlai sliding and with the interception preventing it from reaching Ruta, and cleared downfield by Alisson. Mo Salah backs into Cariolo. Cariolo falls over. Salah runs after the ball and has got a lot of space now to chip it over towards the far post. Kerkez with a header back, claimed by Verbruggen. Liverpool still lead by a goal to nil.
Yeah, they'll use that Liverpool as a tactic. Alisson with the long ball. Did it once in the first half to Mo Salah. Salah using his body brilliantly to head Cariolo off the ball, and then his cross not quite on point.
Brighton, though, have been bright, and they have posed a threat as they are now here. Kerkez goes to ground, ball cut back by Minte. Konate on the stretch. Kerkez then back into the penalty area to flick the ball away, laid off by Ekitike. McAllister out wide to the left-hand side towards Wirtz, who threw himself to the ground in the challenge from Wiefer and wins the free kick just inside the Liverpool half. Harry Leonard has got a second goal for Peterborough United against the 10 men of Northampton Town. They now lead 2-0 at League One in London Road. Liverpool here are 1-0 up. In our game on Sports Extra, it's Chelsea 2, Everton 0 at 5:30 after Sports Report. We'll bring you as much live reaction and all the results as we can. Burnley Fulham will be our next commentary on 5 Live at 5:30, and then it is Chris Sutton with Ali Bruce Ball on 606 08085 909 693. I wonder how much of a talking point will Mo Salah, and with his family here to watch his reactions as well. He waved to the Liverpool supporters who travelled across the M62 to Ellen Road last Saturday. Will he again? Will it be a big gesture? Will it be a big goodbye here at Anfield?
Let's hope it's not the end for Mo Salah in a Liverpool jersey. Such an important player over the years, but you can't chuck your toys at the pram like you did, Ian.
There is a penalty at the Riverside, straight to Middlesbrough. Rob Law,
who are leading 2-0. It could be 3. Could this be Tommy Conway's moment? And it is. All the stress and pressure evaporates off his shoulders. 15 games without a goal. It is now Borough 3, QPR 0.
That would be a 4th straight win for Kim Hellberg since he's taken charge at Middlesbrough. And Coventry City, the leaders, still drawing against Bristol City. No other goals to tell you about. This is 5 Live in the World Service. We are live at Anfield, where Liverpool are attacking the Kop. And Ekitike wins the ball in midfield and glides his way forward into the D, and then puts it wide, right-footed. A shot on the run. He's been terrific today for Liverpool.
He has, and I tell you, the one thing he's got that dynamism, hasn't he, to get away from defenders. Great little bursts of acceleration on 1-2 occasions. Just can't find the corner with that effort, but gets away from Hinchelwood and gets the shot off, just chokes it into the floor. He's the number 9, isn't he?
Well,
I mean, Alexander Isak, all the money they spent, we all assumed he'd be the main guy. Well, he's got to find a way of knocking Ekitike out of the team.
Yes, he's on the bench today, incidentally, is Isak. Gruder forward, threads it through to Vifa with an early shot. Oh, Diego Gomez sliding in and arriving late at the far post. Hits the outside of the left-hand post. Brighton and Hove Albion within centimetres of finding an equaliser.
That's an open goal. Gomez can't miss. He does miss. And that's the danger at 1-0. Weefer, what a ball to the far post. Kanate, the Liverpool centre-half, can't get there. Back towards his own goal, and Gomez, is 4 yards out. There's a slight angle against him, but a player at this level should bury that. Brighton should be level.
There is another warning for Liverpool. Their slender lead might not be enough. We'll go to John Southall, Chelsea-Everton.
Chelsea 2, Everton 0, but an early chance for Chelsea in the second half. Fernandes with a cross from the right-hand side. Garnacho sliding in at the back post, put it wide. Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
Commentary of that is on Sports Extra. Here is Hinchelwood over the halfway line. Cadiola was going ahead of him, too far ahead of him, and it will go out for a Liverpool throw. But they're offering plenty of encouragement on the bench for Brighton and Hove Albion in that tiny technical area, as we will go to Leicester City. John Bennett.
Leicester are running away with this against Ipswich. It's 3-0 now to the home side. It's Jordan Ayew with the third goal. Awful defending by Ipswich. They couldn't clear the ball, and Jordan Ayew was picked out 6 yards out from the goal. Easy finish. Leicester City 3, Ipswich Town 0.
Only had one win in their previous 7 home games for Leicester, and Ipswich have been going well as well. Only one defeat in 10.
At this rate, Norwich will overtake Ipswich.
Szoboszlai to Kanate. Kanate under pressure. Gruder closing him down to Alisson inside the penalty area, and now across towards Van Dijk, who clears it long, and that'll go over the head of Ekitike, but he'll still give chase. Weefer is forced to turn. His back pass. Verbruggen had to be alert, puts it out of play for a throw. Goal at Stockport in League One, Adam Cottier.
Stockport 0, Stevenage 2 now. Jamie Reid with a little touch in the box to send it into the goal after a cross from the right. Stevenage playing well and leading 2-0 here at Stockport.
Curtis Jones, short diagonal ball. Ekitike left-hand side of the penalty area attacking the Kop. Crawley 1, Oldham 1 is the latest score in League 2, and Cardiff City are back in front. They lead Doncaster Rovers by 3-2. You're up to date on 5 live. Here is Kirkes, 25 yards out from goal. Gets the ball back. Turns out towards Gravenberch. Infield now to Jones, just outside the area. Shoots, takes a deflection, loops into the arms of Verbruggen. Chris Sutton.
Yeah, comfortable for Verbruggen in the end, but that's a really poor throw out that just allows Liverpool to come back on this right-hand side.
Szoboszlai with the intervention and the interception away from Cariolo. Liverpool are attacking. Salah to Szoboszlai, gets it out from underneath his feet. Took a deflection, almost fell into the path of Salah. Flag's gone up on this near side. So earlier on in the Championship, Norwich City winning, beating Southampton by 2-1, although they do remain in the relegation zone. Oxford United 1, Preston North End 2, Preston up to 3rd. What a fabulous job that Paul Heckingbottom is doing in charge of Preston. And Stoke City 2, Swansea 1, without a win now in 6 away games for Swansea in the Championship. The 2 results in League 1, Wimbledon 0, Mansfield 0, Huddersfield 1, Wigan 1, so Wigan are unbeaten in 7. And in League 2, Bristol Rovers 0, Swindon 3, moving within a point of Walsall, and Salford 4, Colchester United 3. Where will we go next? Laura has got news of that goal at Cardiff.
It's a Cardiff goal, Cardiff 3, Doncaster 2, a 5-goal festive cracker this. The league leaders with their noses in front once again. Long ball over the top, Yusuf Salek was there, the division's top scorer inside the box, and nicked the touch with his right foot ahead of his marker to make it Cardiff 3, Doncaster 2.
Laura's just reminded me with the words of festive cracker, because there is a statistic about Brighton and Fabian Hürzeler that I'm just going to wait for this latest attack and then I'll read it to you. But they're only trailing by 1-0, and what we've seen so far, Brighton are still very much in this game. Here is Dunk inside the centre circle. Cadiola is to his left on the halfway line. Turkish international passes the ball. Diego Gomez midway through the Liverpool half. Salah will run back towards Cadiola. This is Hinchelwood. They're keeping the ball, but by and large they're playing in front of Liverpool, who have dropped off at this stage. Dunk, who's just recently passed 500 appearances for the club, to Hinchelwood.
Look at Weaver, the Brighton right back, playing in a centre forward position. Don't know if get some rotation, Brighton, in their team, keeping the ball well though. As you said, pushing Liverpool back, but no great threat. They've gone all the way back to Verbruggen, but that chance for Gomez, I mean, if you ever wanted a chance to level a game, they do not come much easier than that.
It was just outside the base of the left-hand post. Ruta makes the run off Konate. Diego Gomez will cut the ball back. This is Gruder. Gruder looks for a shooting opportunity, and that was nicely close. Left-footed, whiskers away from the base of the right-hand post on this occasion. They are creating chances. Chelsea-Everton, John Southall.
Chelsea 2, Everton 0. Could have been 3 though. Garnacho again down the left-hand side. Ease past O'Brien, then got a shot all horribly wrong, wide and over the bar. Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
They've created more chances than Liverpool.
Well, in this second half, they look the more likely team. I've got to say that the touch from Gruder, the little shift to get away from Szoboszlai, and then the effort. It's millimetres past Alisson's left-hand post, and Alisson wasn't getting that. Unlucky for Brighton.
The leaders of League One, Cardiff City, are ahead. Second place, Bradford City, have taken the lead at Valley Parade. Bradford City 1, Reading 0, and there's been a goal at Grimsby. Matt Newsom in League 2.
Yeah, Grimsby Town 0, Notts County 1, and it's come against the run of play, but Matthew Davis won't care. 10th goal of the season, dug it out his feet, curled it in. Grimsby Town 0, Notts County 1.
So Brighton and Hove Albion with Weaver being put under pressure, hunted and closed down by Jones. Back to Verbruggen, gets it away with a clearance. He was just outside of his penalty area, down by the dead ball line there on that occasion. Ruta tries to wriggle clear. He was fouled. So here you go then. Brighton are winless in their last 8 Premier League games in the month of December. They've drawn 5 and they've lost 3. It's the only month of a season that Fabian Hürzeler is yet to win. No festive cheer.
That's an amazing stat. I mean, you can't believe it. I mean, that has to change though, doesn't it? Sometime.
5 points from a possible 24. That's as miserly as Ebenezer Scrooge, would you not say? The ghost of Christmas present?
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, does that suggest that they've Brighton under Hürzeler, the players just enjoy their Christmases too much?
Here is Diego Gomez. Cadiola makes the run. Back with Hinchelwood again on the left-hand side. Liverpool still lead by a goal to 0. Ball played by Van Hecke, back out towards Cadiola. Won't settle at his feet at this stage. Gives it to Dunk. Belabor almost showed too much of that towards Ekitike. Liverpool have got everybody back, defending very tightly. Condensed in that area. Oh, that was cynical by Dunk. The referee's played the advantage. Break is on for Liverpool. Salah, Wirtz, steps over the ball. Ekitike with a finish. And Dunk now will go in the book. And Dunk will now miss the Sunderland home game as a result of that. He knows the yellow card is coming. He knew exactly what he was doing. It's his 5th yellow card of the season. He'll be suspended next weekend.
Well, they play that high-risk brand of football, don't they, Brighton? And Dunk down to McAllister. He goes in to win the ball. He's never getting there. McAllister knocks it round him, and Mo Salah, decent ball to Ekitike, and Hecke lets him back on the inside. You don't do that. And he's not far away. Ekitike just over Verbruggen's bar. Newport, 18 yards.
Oh, sorry, I thought you'd finished. Newport County, who are bottom of League 2, trailing at home to Fleetwood by 2 goals to 0, are down to 10 men. Michael Spellman has been sent off. Liverpool now on the attack. Ekitike goes past Dunk. Dunk couldn't afford to make the challenge. Ekitike into the path of Salah. Salah waits for it, hits it now, and spooned away by Verbruggen. Plenty of power behind that. Liverpool get a corner kick. They lead 1-0.
Yeah, I don't think Liverpool have been ruthless enough, though. Ekitike looking for Salah when maybe he was better served to go himself. Another break from Liverpool. The play is sensational. Little nutmeg on Lewis Dunk, and then he tries to feed Salah on the far side of the box. Salah with the strike. Verbruggen elects to punch it. There wasn't that much power on the strike. Just catch it. Verbruggen is giving away a corner.
Mo Salah's name being sung by the cop.
What is it with goalkeepers not catching the ball anymore?
I don't know. I've never been a goalkeeper. Playing from left to right in front of the cop. Salah to take the corner. In it comes now. Far post, headed goal. Ekitike. It's their first headed goal in the Premier League this season. It's the first goal that they've scored from a corner this season. And Ekitike at the double gives Liverpool a cushion, 2-0.
Well, I'll go back to Verbruggen not being able to catch the ball, electing to palm it wide. Poor decision from him. Salah with the assist. Ekitike, Hugo the hitman at the far post. Terrific header. He was all alone at the far post, but that gives Liverpool the breathing space which Arne Slot would have wanted. Brighton have been dangerous in this second half. Far post corner. Ekitike just peels round the back. As free as a bird. Gets up a yard beyond the far post. Easiest of tasks. Just keeps his eye on the ball. Bang, 2-0.
I just joked about you being the ghost of Christmas present. We have maybe a glimpse there of the ghost of Christmas past and the ghost of Christmas future.
Very good. Ekitike has been brilliant, hasn't he? All afternoon. Not just his goals, of course they're important, but his all-round game. He is really impressed. And Salah, thought he may have a say in this game somewhere along the line.
Port Vale, who were scoreless in their last 6 games, have scored 2 at Kenilworth Road. They've come from behind. Luton Town 1, Port Vale 2. Gillingham 2, Barrow 1 is the latest score in League 2. Mo Salah's name, he got the assist, reverberates around Anfield. Stockport 1, Stevenage 2 is the latest at League 1 at Edgeley Park, and we'll get news of that goal where Bradford are leading at Valley Parade from Naz Premji.
Anthony Sarcevic it was from Ibu raised cross. It was a lovely cushion finish from just inside the box. Bradford City 1, Reading 0.
And straight to Adam Cottier at Edgeley Park.
Stockport 1, Stevenage 2, then Kyle Wotton with a header from close range after a hoisted ball in from the left-hand side. Stockport 1, Stevenage 2 now.
Konate's been knocked to the floor off the ball. Here is Diego Gomez. Wirtz tries to win it back. Diego Gomez falls forward, and Konate running back will see it towards Allison, who clears it away downfield. We know that second place Middlesbrough are leading Queen's Park Rangers 3-0. There's now been a goal at Coventry. Shojo Saka.
Finally, the leaders Coventry take the lead. Coventry 1, Bristol City 0. Bobby Thomas with a header off the post. Bristol City unable to clear it. Eventually, Efron Mason Clark pokes it home. Coventry 1, Bristol City 0.
Still a very enjoyable game. Brighton are going to make a double change. We're going to say Matoma coming on, who's missed the last 10 games with a foot injury, and Ayari, who's also been out injured. He's missed the last couple of matches for Brighton. So Herzler is still looking to try and make positive changes, as Brighton, who had probed looking for an equaliser, now have got a 2-goal cushion to try and claw back.
You can't say they haven't had the chances.
Oh, no.
Just got to call out Diego Gomez for that pathetic dive on the edge of the Liverpool box. He's better than that. Well, he hasn't been this afternoon because he had that horrible miss as well, didn't he? It should have been level. They didn't. And Liverpool 2 up now, and Brighton making changes. They're the team with work to do.
Konate's just been shown a yellow card, incidentally, for Liverpool. We're going back to Adam Cottier at Edgeley Park,
where Stevenage have restored their 2-goal lead in a flash. Ball down the right of the penalty area, and Louis Thompson finished expertly with his right foot from a considerable distance from goal. It's Stockport 1, Stevenage 3.
Gruder and Baleba are the players who've come off for Matoma and Ayari. Brighton and Hove Albion have got a free kick. Portsmouth have equalised at Fratton Park in the Championship. Portsmouth 1, Blackburn Rovers 1, Tranmere 0, Crewe 3 is the latest score in League 2. Cariola in, it goes to the penalty area. Ekitike, who scored his first brace against Leeds United last weekend, has followed it up today with another 2-goal salvo, as Ayari runs forward for Brighton. Livingston have reduced the arrears in the Scottish Premiership. Livingston 1, Dundee 2. 5 Live, the World Service, and the BBC Sounds app. 65 minutes played. Matoma brings it down off his chest as he just bends his knees. They've doubled up on him on this near side though. Matoma, Brighton in all lilac. Now it's with Cariola floats it forward, headed away by Kirkes, under pressure, bouncing ball, headed out towards Hinshelwood, lifts it high, back in towards the penalty area, and eventually it is cleared away by Konate. And is there a break on for Liverpool? There could be if Ekitike can get it from Wirtz. He can't. Cariola was on the cover, but Brighton now come forward as well. Been a really good pace to the game throughout. This is Minte in field, looks at the return ball, overruns it through towards Allison. Next up after Sports Report is Turf Moor, Burnley Fulham. Team News, Mike Minay.
Scott Parker forced into a double change with 2 players suspended. Kyle Walker for too many yellow cards and Lucas Pires for his red card at Newcastle last weekend. So in comes Quincy Hartman and Axel Twanzebe. As for Fulham, some positive news. Anthony Robinson back in training and back in the starting lineup. He replaces Timothy Castagne, who goes to the bench.
And Joshua Adodonka can bring us news of that Portsmouth equaliser at Fratton Park.
Portsmouth 1, Blackburn 1. It's Callanan with his first goal since January, tapping home for the far post to level for Pompey. Portsmouth 1, Blackburn 1.
This will be no consolation that Brighton have contributed to an enjoyable game of football as they trail by 2-0, but they've just been caught in possession. But Matoma running back prevents it from reaching Salah, and all of a sudden that sends Brighton on the offensive on this near side, and it's Ayari, the 2 substitutes, trying to combine on the left, but it's stopped by the Liverpool defence. And now Gravenberch will run forward, shows good balance and strength. Salah keeps the ball in play, nicks it back towards Szoboszlai. Chris Sutton.
Yeah, well, you know Fabian Hurtzler, the way that he wants to play his football, he's going to gamble, and that will leave more opportunities for Liverpool to exploit. Brighton will really push. Oh, Allison got away with it on there. Under pressure from Gomez, who's playing a more central role. Here they come again.
Weifert steps forward, wins the ball. Hinshelwood central area outside the D. They've lost it though with Wirtz with the interception. Wirtz with Salah exchanging passes. Szoboszlai's quick to join the attack from right back. And then Curtis Jones. McAllister hits it early. He sends Salah away. Dunk might be struggling, just has to get there. Slides back into the challenge. That had to be well timed. It was to Verbruggen, and they dealt with the danger.
That's not where you want to be if you're Lewis Dunk up against Mo Salah. Foot race, but he just did enough sliding and making the challenge.
Shrewsbury have equalised against Walsall, the League Two leaders. Nikesh Regani.
Yeah, Walsall 1, Shrewsbury 1. It was a free kick from the right, floated into the area, not cleared properly, and Tom Anderson from the edge of the area slotted home. Walsall 1, Shrewsbury 1.
Whilst Nikesh was talking, you'd have heard the oohs and the ahs because Matoma was played into the penalty area. He's making a diagonal beeline, running in from the left-hand side, and then right-footed. He's placed it well wide.
It's a brilliant give and go with Ruta. Feeds the ball in, follows his pass. Ruta swivels, slides him in. He's one-on-one with Allison, but he is under pressure from behind. Takes a touch, and the ball goes out near the corner flag. Now the worry for Liverpool is Szoboszlai, I think, who made that challenge. He's down, and he's been a key player this season. We spoke about that, and he looks to be in a fair bit of discomfort.
So a stoppage here. We're going to go straight to Middlesbrough. Penalty, Rob Lord.
And it's a penalty for Queen's Park Rangers to get one back with 20 minutes left to play. It's after Paul Smith was brought down inside the area. Up steps Nicholas Madsen, and he buries it past Sol Bryn. It may just be a consolation goal, but it's Middlesbrough 3, Queen's Park Rangers 1.
Queen's Park Rangers, who were 7th this morning. Bolton Wanderers have equalised. Bolton 1, Exeter 1, as they look to extend their unbeaten run to 7 games. And there's been a goal at St Andrews. Charlotte Richardson.
Birmingham 1, Charlton 1. Super substitute Tyrese Campbell draws the Addicts level with his very first touch at the back post. Birmingham 1, Charlton 1.
Let's get an update from Chelsea with John Southall.
Chelsea still lead Everton by 2-0. A rare Everton chance. Grealish with the header tipped over by Sanchez, and Andre Santos, the substitute, on the area. The ways just parted for him, and he put it over the bar. Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
The 10 men of Northampton have got a goal back in League One. Peterborough United 2, Northampton 1. Szoboszlai is still down as the Liverpool supporters are swirling around, their red and white scarves around their heads, generating the noise here for what is the final game before Christmas, and they're hoping for a first league win at Anfield in 42 days. Their last win in the league was against Aston Villa at the start of November. Just over 20 minutes remaining. Coventry, Bristol City, Shojo Saka.
Coventry 1, Bristol City 0. The Coventry keeper, Carl Rushworth, I have to say, has made 2 crucial saves in this, either side of the goal. It's kept the league leaders ahead in this match. It was a really good save with his right foot for the second attempt. Coventry 1, Bristol City 0.
He's back on his feet. He looks okay, Chris.
Yeah, he does, jogging up the touchline. Looks like he's going to come back on. I can't see a Liverpool player stripped to maybe take his place, but we spoke about his importance this season. He seems to be that driving force for Liverpool.
Burns has had a good game towards Salah. Salah, though, can't get past Guardiola, who comes forward for Brighton. Matoma was slow to join the attack on the left-hand side. Instead, they go in field. Ruta to Weaver.
Pass, and you just caught Liverpool cold there for a second, and then Ruta, sloppy as anything, out to that right-hand side, way off with the pass.
It was a wayward one for Weaver, as Guardiola with the cross punched away by Alisson. It was dropping, it was low, it was around, I'd say, thigh height. And in the end, it was because it was the way it was dropping. He didn't want to catch it diving forward, so instead, all in green, he's punched the ball away with both hands.
Depends how tall you are, though, doesn't it?
That's true. That's very true. Ipswich have got a goal back at Leicester. Leicester 3, Ipswich 1. Here is Van Hecker. Van Hecker into the penalty area. Curtis Jones, I think you'd argue at head height, heads that one away towards Minte, right-hand side of the area, down towards the byline, overruns it. So come in, John Bennett.
Yeah, Leicester City 3, Ipswich Town 1. A bizarre goal. Jens Kayuste just on as a sub. Leicester playing out from the back. Kayuste steals it and he slides it into the back of the net. So Ipswich back in this. Leicester 3, Ipswich Town 1.
That was another ooh and an ah from you.
Yeah, Minter driving down the outside of Kirkes to the byline, and he crosses the ball. Kirkes makes the challenge, but he crashes. He's at full speed and he absolutely crashes into the advertising boards behind the goal. Good to see him back on his feet, but that was nasty.
Cheltenham are leading Harrogate Town by a goal to nil in League 2. Crawley 1, Oldham Athletic 2 is also a latest score in League 2. Minte is able to continue. He's back on his feet, back on the field of play. Sports Extra has commentary of Chelsea-Everton. Watching for us, John Southall.
Oh, and another chance for Everton. Chelsea 2, Everton 0. It was Alcaraz with a cross to the back post. There was Grealish sliding in. Somehow put it wide of the right-hand post. Looked harder to miss it. Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
18 minutes remain of normal time, and certainly that second goal has just taken an element of the jeopardy out of it whilst Brighton were pressing hard for an equaliser. 2-0 though to the home team. Don't forget, tomorrow Sunderland Newcastle live on 5 Live at 2. Crystal Palace Manchester City, another 2 o'clock kickoff on Sports Extra. Forest Spurs will be on Sports Extra 2 as Dunk with a back header to Verbruggen, and on Sports Extra 3, which is streaming services available through the BBC Sounds app, we will have commentary of West Ham Aston Villa. Brentford Leeds will be on 5 Live at 4:30. So 5 more Premier League commentaries tomorrow to bring you. You have your choice.
Yeah, looking forward to Sunderland Newcastle.
Cambridge United have equalised at MK Dons 1-1. Bringing news of that goal very, very soon. I'll rattle through all the divisions in a moment as well. I'll start to do so as Ruta running backwards was Gravenberch. Konate goes in for a 50-50 challenge with Ayari. Dunk will bring the ball away. Konate trying to come back into position. Fouls.
He's careful, doesn't he, Konate? Is he on a yellow? I think he is.
Yes.
I mean, great bit of skill initially. Just drifting out from the back there, but then Hove had a heavy touch and then went to ground and eventually fouled Lewis Dunk.
It was a duel of the 2 number 5s as Kadiolu back then with Ayari. Matoma stays out wide on this near side, the left. Szoboszlai back pedals. Matoma. Ayari, right-footed diagonal cross over everybody's heads and out for a goal kick. So Luton Town 2, Port Vale 2 is just the latest score in League 1. And let's just go through well, there's only 2 latest scores to actually tell you in the Scottish Premiership. Dundee United 0, Motherwell 0, Livingston 1, Dundee 2. I will rattle through the latest scores in League 2 after we've heard of that Cambridge equaliser from Mark Webber.
Yeah, what a goal. It came from Sully Kaikai, ran into the left side of the area, sent a dipping ball towards the goal, over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. MK Dons 1, Cambridge United 1.
Isak is going to be coming on. We've got 16 minutes remaining of normal time. Minter, though, is on the attack for Brighton. Far side the right, back to Weaver. Infield now for Ayari, drops his shoulder to try and get away from Ekatike. Liverpool have every red shirt back behind the ball, back out towards the right hand side now in the darkness here at Merseyside at Anfield. Liverpool lead by 2 goals to 0. We've got quarter of an hour remaining. Dunk on the stretch, does well. to prevent the ball reaching Salah. Out towards Matoma. Brighton still keep it. Both Liverpool and Brighton have the most goals in the last 15 minutes of games in the Premier League. Here is Weaver with the cross. And it was just good enough defending from Kirkes. But Brighton, if they can get one, will fancy their chances of getting a second. But Wirtz dispossesses Weaver. Szoboszlai clears only as far as Van Hecke. Downward header. Gravenberch releases Wirtz. Early ball towards Salah. Central area. Only Cariola is in front of him. Salah into the penalty area. Cariola gets the shot. It will fall towards Wirtz, who's continued to run forward. In front of the Kop. Pulls it back. McAllister. Ekitike, who's on a hat-trick. Looking to get the shot away. Ekitike stumbles. Backheels the ball. Cariola sweeps it away to safety. Szoboszlai will come running forward now. He wants a slice of the action. He makes his way in towards the penalty area, and the cross is caught by Verbruggen. Goal at Cardiff City, Laura Kenyon.
A Doncaster equaliser, Cardiff 3, Doncaster 3. You cannot take your eyes off this game. End to end, and Cardiff's game management will be questioned. Harry Clifton levels things up, buried it bottom corner. Doncaster now have the momentum. Cardiff 3, Doncaster 3.
So the two results earlier in League 2, Bristol Rovers 0, Swindon 3, Salford City 4, Colchester United 3. The latest scores to come. I'll just keep an eye on this attack for Matoma for Brighton, who enters the penalty area, tries to get the cross, blocked by Jones. He and Szoboszlai doubled up on the Japanese international. Robertson is going to be coming on for Liverpool, so it's going to be a double change being made now by the home side, who lead by 2-0. Chelsea lead Everton 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. Ball is switched out towards that right-hand side. Accrington 0, Bromley 0, Cheltenham 1, Harrogate Town 0. Ball played in, this is an opportunity here, and it was unable to be kept down over on that far side from Mats Weaver, and it goes out for a goal kick. Chesterfield 2, Barnet 1, Crawley 1, Oldham 2. Gillingham still lead Barrow by 2-1. Grimsby 0, Notts County 1. MK Dons 1, Cambridge 1. Notts County 0, Fleetwood 2. Tranmere 0, Crewe 4. Walsall the leaders 1, Shrewsbury 1. Red card at Millwall, Emily Herbert.
Yeah, it's a straight red for Femi Aziz. He was brought down by Carl Joseph on the tackle. The Hull City goal scorer today, caught in his legs and then studs him to the ground to kind of get free and wiggle free. He studs him in the chest, and it's a straight red for Femi Aziz. Millwall down to 10, trailing Hull by 2-0.
Hugo Ekitike with 2 more goals. It takes his tally into double figures for Liverpool, makes way for Alexander Isak. And then the other player who's going to be coming off is Florian Wirtz, who is still looking to break his duck. But again, he's still caught the eye, Chris.
Yeah, I think he showed some nice touches and had a pretty decent game. If you're him, you know, you want that goal or assist. Really, the money they spent on him, Liverpool, they would have expected a better return. But no, he was neat and tidy. Alexander Isak taking Ekitike's place, and he's got a fight on his hands if Liverpool are going to play with one central striker, because Ekitike miles ahead.
Cheltenham 1, Harrogate 1. Harrogate have got an equaliser there in League 2. Tranmere 0, Crewe 4. I've got the latest scores in League 1 and the Championship to bring you, but we're up to date with the goals as they go in here on BBC Radio 5 Live with just over 11 minutes remaining. Danny Welbeck is going to be coming on for Brighton, as is Kostulas as well. So it's going to be another attacking change made by Herzler. So Robertson is playing as a left back. Kirkes on that left hand side just ahead of him as Isak out towards Jones. Liverpool still leading by 2-0.
Actually looks like Robertson's playing up one, and he's playing on that left hand side, giving Liverpool width, and Kirkes in that left back role. I suspect we'll see them rotate. It's not too much of a problem. On the slot, just trying to see this game out.
And is that because of what Minte, the threat that Minte's posed down the right, do you think?
I think so. Trying to stop that threat from the right hand side. He maybe feels Kirkes is better suited against Minte in those 1v1 situations.
The voice of Chris Sutton on BBC Radio 5 Live. We'll be taking your calls with Ali Bruce Ball after we've brought you commentary from Turf Moor. 606 080 859 09 693. This is Salah coming in off the left, looking for Isak, too far ahead of him. gathered in safely by Verbruggen. Bolton Wanderers 2, Exeter City 1, Barnsley 2, Leyton Orient 2, our latest scores, both in League One. I've got to rattle through that division for you very, very soon. But Brighton looking for the run of Ruta. Stopped though by Gravenberg, who is tracking back. Szoboszlai playing as a right back towards Canate, just lets it run through as he steps away from the ball towards Van Dijk, and there is McAllister just outside the D of the Liverpool penalty area. Millwall have got a goal back. Millwall 1, Hull City 2. Here is Salah, won't get there. Weaver gets there first. Ayari now outside the centre circle. Still Brighton looking to try and get away back into the game as they trail by 2-0. Robertson clears. Pick back up. Brighton will come again. This is with Van Hecker. Sees an opening, runs into it, passes the ball then back towards Ayari. He will switch play towards Matoma. Won't get there. Curtis Jones was watchful. Let's get news of that goal at Millwall from Emily Herbert.
Millwall back in it. Millwall 1, Hull City 2. The substitute Aidamoyo Maku with a superb goal, charging on the left, and a right-footed shot drills it into the far post. 10 to play. 10-man Millwall 1, Hull City 2.
And another goal in the Championship is at Fratton Park. Portsmouth 2, Blackburn Rovers 1. And Joshua Adudonka is there to tell us all about it.
It's Erwin Bowett that is headed Portsmouth in front here. They've turned it around. It's come from a corner inside the 6-yard box, a planted header into the bottom corner. Portsmouth 2, Blackburn 1.
It's Hinchelwood and Ruta who are the players coming off for Danny Welbeck and Kostoulas for Brighton. So the results in League One earlier: Wimbledon 0, Mansfield 0, Huddersfield Town, Wigan Athletic 1. These are the latest scores: Barnsley 2, Leyton Orient 2, Blackpool 1, Lincoln City 2, Bolton 2, Exeter City 1. They've come from behind, and Bolton looking to go 7 unbeaten. Bradford City second in the table, are leading Reading by 1-0. Burton and Wickham is goalless as Salah picks up the ball towards Jones to his right, outside of the area. Jones enters the box. Jones forced outside of the penalty area but holds onto the ball, and the Liverpool supporters like that play as it goes out wide now to the left. Burton Albion 0, Wickham 0, Cardiff 3, Doncaster Rovers 3. So the lead could be down to 2 points for Cardiff, with Bradford behind them just winning. Luton Town 2, Port Vale 2. Peterborough lead Northampton, who are down to 10 men, by 2-1. Plymouth lead Rotherham by 1-0, and Stockport County 1, Stevenage 3 is a latest score. Give you the Championship in a moment, but Liverpool have been awarded a free kick. This is 5 Live, and Liverpool are going to make another change, and it is going to be Federico Chiesa who's coming on. His name is already being sung by the Liverpool supporters, and the player who's coming off is Szoboszlai.
Yeah, who's had another really big game for Liverpool. Plays different roles, had to play different roles, shown his versatility once again this afternoon. Chiesa comes on. Curtis Jones, the right back.
Yep, Curtis Jones will fill in. It'll be the third right back of the afternoon for Liverpool. And Federico Chiesa, who missed the trip to Milan due to a sickness bug, a little bit of illness in the camp, or certainly affected Chiesa to such an extent, unable to actually travel. So he comes on, and Liverpool make another change with 7 minutes remaining. What's the latest at Stamford Bridge? John Southall.
6 minutes to play. Chelsea 2, Everton 0. Looks like Chelsea going to ease to the victory here. Could have been 3. Free kick on the left of the area, 20 yards out. Reece James took it, tipped over the bar by Pickford. Good save. Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
So the results in the Championship earlier: Norwich 2, Southampton 1, Oxford 1, Preston North End 2, Stoke City beat Swansea by 2-1. These are the latest scores: Birmingham 1, Charlton 1. The leaders Coventry leading Bristol City by 1-0. Leicester 3, Ipswich 1. Second place Middlesbrough leading QPR by 3-1. Millwall, who are down to 10 men, have got a goal back, but they're still trailing at home. Millwall 1, Hull City 2. Portsmouth have come from behind. They lead Blackburn by 2-1, and Watford have come from behind to lead at Wrexham by 2-1. And just the 2 games in the Premier League at 3, Chelsea 2, Everton 0, as we've just heard. And here at Anfield, Liverpool are leading by 2-0. 6 minutes remaining of normal time. To Valley Parade at Bradford City, Naz Premji.
Bradford City 2, Reading 0. Lovely cross from the left-hand side, and from a couple of yards out off the bench, Bobby Poynton with the second goal. It's Bradford City 2, Reading 0.
Blackpool have fought back against Lincoln City. Blackpool 2, Lincoln City 2, and Crawley Town 2, Oldham 2 is the latest score in League 2. 5 minutes remain, Chris.
Yeah, you just can't feel a way back for Brighton now. Liverpool, Chiesa's come on that right-hand side, have gone 4-4-2. Mo Salah playing more or less as a central striker now. Liverpool trying to see the game through, but Brighton caution to the wind with Welbeck and Kostulis on.
Here is Minte trying to combine with Mitoma in the central area. There's a Liverpool player down on that far side as Minte keeps the ball in play. They're saying it's a head injury, so that's the reason why it's got to be stopped.
I think the Brighton players are disputing that, but McAllister's down. He's in a fair bit of pain, but it's always a contentious one, isn't it? That if it isn't a head injury, you can see the Brighton players surrounding the referee. Let's have a look. Yeah, he jumps and heads the ball. He just lands awkwardly, doesn't he, on his right shoulder, McAllister.
McAllister is down. Barrow have got a goal back. Gillingham 2, Barrow 2, so they've equalised. Livingston have also equalised at home to Dundee in the Scottish Premiership. Livingston 2, Dundee 2. Let's get a darts update with James Gregg.
Two-time world champion Gary Anderson squeezed through, deciding set. He took it 3-2 over Adam Hunt. The Flying Scotland breathes a sigh of relief.
Apologies, James. You know what it's like on a Saturday afternoon at this stage. 4:45. Brain just starts to get a little frazzled with all the scores going in, doesn't it, Colin Sutton?
Are you a darts man? You sort of look like a darts man.
Well, actually, that's not true at all, is it?
I just wonder whether you like your darts. No. I mean,
I wouldn't.
Really?
No. You are way off the bullseye with that one. Accrington, Stanley 0, Bromley 1. McAllister's still down, and Brighton are going to make a change, and you're going to get a listen to a great ovation here for James Milner, who is going to edge his way towards Gareth Barry's Premier League record. This is going to be 646 of his appearances in the Premier League, but he was a terrific servant for Liverpool in his 8 years. 332 appearances and 26 goals as he helped them to the Premier League, the Champions League, part of 6 major honours. A lovely ovation for James Milner, who makes his return to the Brighton and Hove Albion starting lineup after missing the last 7 games. And James Milner's name now being sung by the Liverpool supporters as Brighton make their final change, as they still trail by 2-0. Accrington 0, Bromley 1, Tranmere 1, Crewe 4 are latest scores, and a chance for Dunk. Was it taken away off his head? Yes, it was. A corner kick, and we'll go to Coventry and Shojo Saka.
Still Coventry 1, Bristol City 0, but Bristol City's Emil Rees has come really, really close. Credit to Bristol City for keeping going. Coventry haven't won in 2. They could do with closing this one out. 30 seconds of the 90 left. Coventry 1, Bristol City 0.
Yes, they could, especially with Middlesbrough still leading Queen's Park Rangers at the Riverside by 3-1. Diego Gomez was the player who went off. Cadiola with the cross. Van Dijk saying he was being held. He twisted in the air. As Barnsley 3, Leyton Orient 2 is the latest score in League One. Brighton and Hove Albion, who've got another corner kick, still trailing 2-0, attacking the Anfield Road end. Under 2 minutes remaining of normal time. Live on 5 Live on the BBC Sounds app. In it goes. And that was Isak who challenged Van Hecker at the near post. Goes out forcefully for a corner kick. A throw-in on this near side to Brighton and Hove Albion, as the stewards with their luminous orange jackets make their way around the perimeter. And you'll know why this is, won't you? This is, I think, for Mo Salah. If Mo Salah is to make some sort of a gesture, this effort now, a lot of stewards, are all primed, I would imagine, to make sure that there is no incursions onto the pitch.
You feel a little bit for Cadiola, who was trying to take a throw-in for Brighton, a quick throw-in, and he was blocked by half a dozen of the stewards. That's not ideal.
Arne Slot has just turned away in frustration. I think he's just been informed as to how much stoppage time there will be by the 4th official, because they're looking a little animated and questioning that decision with the 4th official. As Brighton and Hove Albion were inside the last 60 seconds now, are still coming forward trailing 2-0. Out towards Minter on that right hand side. Stands over the cross, chested back by Mitoma. Cadiola goes for the curler, off target, goal kick. Goal at Millwall, Emily Herbert.
Hull sealing the win. You'd think Millwall 1, Hull City 3. Oliver McBurney off the bench heading into the bottom corner, and Millwall fans heading to the exit. A yellow card for manager Alex Neil in the process. 1 minute of normal time to go. Millwall 1, Hull City 3.
Don't forget, Match of the Day tonight is on BBC One, and there is, of all weeks, a BBC documentary called Never Give Up, all about Mo Salah. It is available on the BBC iPlayer if you've not yet seen it. It was available on Wednesday. 8 minutes of added time. No wonder that Arne Slot had a degree of consternation when he was informed of that decision. 8 minutes of added time at Anfield. Still encouragement for Brighton and Hove Albion as they trail 2-0. The additional time here at Anfield. Chelsea still lead Everton 2-0. Chris Sutton.
Yeah, well, I suppose if they can get one, that would just make it awkward for Liverpool. Try and get this stadium nervy, but you feel this would be big for Arne Slot. Back-to-back wins, you know, to go away to Inter and win. What did you say, Inter? 18 Champions League games without defeat at home?
It was.
Massive win that was, and to back it up at Anfield against Brighton, who were a little bit inconsistent, but you know they're more than a match for any team on their day. This would be big.
Well, Virgil van Dijk says consistency is key if you want to be one of the top teams, and that's what they've got to start doing, winning back on a regular basis. But after that little bit of a blip, they're looking to get back on track here at Anfield. They lead 2-0, but Brighton still playing with a little bit of purpose here. But the ball cut out by Chiesa. Chiesa hangs on to it and then hits the ball early towards Salah, who's actually the most advanced of the Liverpool players. He's playing ahead of Isak, but it was cut out by Dunk towards Verbruggen. A goal at Grimsby, Matt Newsom.
Grimsby 0, Notts County 2. Notts County make sure of it. They will climb up to second. It was a bit of poachery from Alassane Jatta. Doug Thurm dallied and Jatta didn't. Grimsby 0, Notts County 2.
Cross comes in from the right. Gravenberch heads it away. Salah doing his defensive duties. That was one of the reasons why he's been defended. And now the ball is played by Robertson, and Chiesa is away, and Salah is scampering forward, and Chiesa looks for him, and Salah puts it over the top. That would have been his moment. 6 yards out, left-footed, couldn't keep it down. He knows it as he lies flat on his back. Into the Kop it goes. Liverpool still lead 2-0.
It's a brilliant break from Liverpool. Wonderful ball from Robertson to Chiesa on the right-hand side. He's unselfish. Mo Salah, who's steaming into the box from inside his own half. He's 6 yards out, level with the far post. Leans back and it goes half a yard over the bar. That was the moment for Mo. Wasn't ruthless enough.
That would have definitely finished off the game. Sports Report coming up with Mark Chapman. All the results, as much live reaction as we can bring you. Minte over on that far side, crosses the ball. Ayari, side onto goal, back towards Weaver. Challenged by Van Dijk. Brighton, though, still have the ball 30 yards out. Weaver strokes it out towards that far side. This is Minte. Cross, then played in low. Alisson hasn't got there. Chiesa gets it away. Shot. Goal was by Ayari. Block comes in. Probably first mistake Alisson has made.
Yeah, how have Brighton not scored this afternoon, though? Absolutely baffling how that one wasn't popped in.
Still they're coming forward, and the Liverpool supporters know it. They can sense it. They're playing their part to try and see Liverpool over the line. Still the 2-goal lead, but I tell you what, a goal for Brighton would set up a jittery finale here as Alisson gathers that ball in safely. Of the 8 minutes that remain, we're now almost halfway through. Kirkes has gone down with a touch of cramp.
Yeah, and yet another stoppage. This will suit Liverpool. Brighton just gambling, throwing bodies into the box, and yeah, Alisson, he just flaps, doesn't he? It's a brilliant cross from the right-hand side, and he maybe just gets a fingertip on the cross at full stretch, but no takers to pop it in at the far post for Brighton.
So Kirkes is going to require treatment. John Southall at Stamford Bridge.
We're in added time actually. There goes the full-time whistle. Chelsea have beaten Everton by 2-0. 2 goals in the first half, enough for Chelsea from Cole Palmer and from Marlo Gusto. They weren't at their best at times today at Chelsea. Everton missed loads of chances as well, but they're up to 4th. Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
Yeah, so Chelsea move 4th. They're 5 points off the leaders Arsenal. Arne Slot's name is being sung by the Liverpool supporters. Kerkez is still getting treatment. Wrexham have got an injury time equaliser in the Championship. Wrexham 2, Watford 2, as they look to go 5 unbeaten at home at the Racecourse Ground. Kerkez is now only back to his feet. What about the top of the Championship? Shojo Saka.
Coventry 1, Bristol City 0. 3 outstanding second half saves from Coventry keeper Carl Rushworth, gets them over the line. Efron Mason-Clark with the winner. Coventry stay 5 points clear at the top. Coventry 1, Bristol City 0.
It'll be a case of as you were, because Middlesbrough are going to win. They're leading Queen's Park Rangers by 3-1. That'll be a 4th straight win under their manager Kim Hellberg. But as Shojo says, the lead will be 5 points between Coventry and Middlesbrough at the top of the Championship. Kerkez is okay to continue. We're back underway. Chiesa running forward. Chiesa towards Isak. There's a slip there by Weaver. Isak enters the penalty area. He's forced out wide on that left-hand side as they attack the Kop, leading by 2-0. Here now is McAllister. And this is all about game management for Liverpool, but then they lose the ball, and Ayari. Midway through the Brighton half, Arne Slot still patrolling that area, that technical area down below. And this is an opportunity for Kostulas to run forward, but he's lost his balance. He was tripped in the process.
Well, Van Hecker's playing as a makeshift centre forward for Brighton. Maybe if they just can work something from this free kick central area, worked it out wide, try and get an angle on the cross.
Minte has switched from the right to the left, and he goes on the outside of Chiesa, and he stands over the cross, and they're queuing up for it. Comes to the edge of the area. Milner though beaten by Salah, and the break is on for Liverpool. Cariola is the only player coming back. Salah wants to go it alone. There is a pass on, but the pass was too far ahead of Robertson. Had he passed it earlier, Robertson would have been on goal.
Yeah, hands up from Mo Salah, he got it wrong. I've wondered whether he took too long, and Robertson may have been offside, but Salah should have released him earlier.
Van Hecker, who stayed forward for Brighton, but that's a heavy ball, and Minte's going to struggle to keep that ball in play. But he stopped it from going out for a throw, but he couldn't prevent it from going out for a goal kick. Bradford City have beaten Reading by 2-0. The last we heard, the leaders Cardiff City was still drawing 3-3 with Doncaster, so their lead could be 2 points if it stays like that at the top of League One. And at the top of League Two, Walsall still drawing with Shrewsbury 1-1, and Notts County moving second after a 2-0 victory against Grimsby at Blundell Park. We, of course, with Sports Report coming up in about 4 minutes' time, will have to get back to the studio and Mark Chapman, so I will report into Sports Report what the reaction is of Mo Salah on the final whistle, with his reaction to the Liverpool supporters. Is this to be a final appearance at Anfield? The referee's whistle has blown. Brighton were trying to walk the ball into the net, because they are the questions, with so much speculation still around the Egyptian, questions and issues that remain unresolved.
Yeah, well, I keep hearing about there's going to be talks between Salah's advisors and Arne Slot. Mo Salah just has to apologise, hold his hands up and say, I got it wrong, really. But this wonderful relationship to carry on between him and his club, Liverpool, it's not difficult.
Well, he claimed that his relationship with Arne Slot had broken down, that the club had thrown him under the bus, left out in Milan, used as a substitute as early as the 26th minute today for the injured Joe Gomez, and had an opportunity to get on the score sheet that he put over the top of the crossbar. Walsall actually have finished 1-1 at home to Shrewsbury, the League Two leaders. So their winning run, looking for a 6th straight win, hasn't come to fruition. But I can tell you that the cameras at the minute, they're trained on Arne Slot. It's been a very good week for him, winning at San Siro and looking to follow that up with a win against a very good Brighton Hove Albion side here, 2-0. The 8 minutes of added on time because of that injury to Kerkez have passed, and we're now ticking by in all to almost the 10th minute of stoppage time. Here is Salah, loses the ball to Cariola. Still Brighton coming forward. That's too far though ahead of Minte. And Jones running back. He's put in a shift, kept the ball in play there for Minte. Couldn't make the foul. Minte enters the penalty area left hand side, clawed away by Allison, played back in by Kostulas. The block comes in at the far post, and Robertson now will run the ball clear for Liverpool up towards Isak. Isak stopped by Dunk, Kept in play by Robertson, who kept running forward. He's crossed towards Salah, stopped by a diving Verbruggen inside the penalty area. They were looking for him, all right. Brighton is still coming forward, but there is the full-time whistle, and Liverpool have beaten Brighton Hove Albion by 2-0. Chris, very quickly.
Yeah, well, important 3 points for Liverpool, and Arne Slot, all the talk was about Salah, whether he'd come on or not. He did come on, but it's all about Hugo Ekitike. 2 goals, 3 points for Liverpool against a Brighton team who were wasteful on the day.
Well, as Hugo Ekitike makes his way off the bench, the cameras first of all were to train their camera lenses on him. It's his 2 goals that have won it. His first, a fearsome volley after 46 seconds, and then a header at the far post on the hour mark after Diego Gomez had hit the base of the left-hand post 10 minutes earlier for Brighton. But now those cameras will try and pick out Mo Salah, who at the minute is going around the Brighton players and shaking their hands. He makes his way towards the match officials as well. We know that his family are here today. He goes off to the African Cup of Nations on Monday. He could be potentially away for up to 8 games. From the 21st of December to the 18th of January is when that tournament runs from in Morocco. He's being embraced by his teammates. Alisson gives him a warm hug, pats him on the back of the head, and now Mo Salah walks away from the Liverpool players and applauds the Anfield Road end. The number 11 shirt. Mo Salah, a Liverpool legend. His 421st appearance. He couldn't mark it with a 251st goal, but he turns now to acknowledge those in the Sir Kenny Dalglish stand. And Mo Salah almost on his own, not waving incidentally as he was at Ellen Road last week, but applauding the Liverpool supporters. It's finished at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Brighton Hove Albion 0.